Hello, everyone. This is Dante Suave and my guest Tasha Jones,
Hi.
and welcome to Wrestling Kingdom. So, this is the pilot episode, and uh, this one's gonna be kind of long. I'm gonna try to get through it as fast as I can, but SummerSlam was so good, I couldn't leave that off. And what I plan on doing is we'll talk about SmackDown, NXT, um, Raw, AEW, and AEW Collision and Dynamite. So and and when I feel froggy, I may talk to Tasha if she continues on um, about watching documentaries about wrestling, whether they be from WWE or whether I pick one of the ones that they have a bunch of them on Tubi, um, from current to way back, going back to wrestlers that a lot of the younger generation probably don't know nothing about. So there's even, according to some of the pictures that I've seen for some of the videos that was posted, there's some wrestlers I may not even know, and I've been watching since the '80s. So with that, we are gonna get started with SmackDown Night One. Uh, Jey Uso versus Jey Uso and the OTC versus the Vision. So, Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. So, what did you think about that match?
Mm. I thought it was good from as far as where it's placed. Um, the first match,
Uh-huh.
um, it was more or less typically like I thought it was going to be. They did make it a little bit better when he stole his shoes. um, but yeah, I just thought it was going to be. It was good for where it was placed, like on the first match. Um,
Like, you thought it should have been first?
yeah,
Okay. Is there a reason why you thought it should have been first? Because usually when I think a match should be first, it's because it's like, um, I really don't want to see this. This is probably
no,
not the best match of the card. So
yeah.
go ahead and get it out
I
of the way.
it wasn't that. Mine was because I thought that the CM Punk Gunther match should have been last. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so because that's a title match. If they were gonna make it like it should have been like the Roman Jay and the Braun before Gunther, but I think they just set the tone for uh for that.
Gotcha. So, it was pretty much predictable. You know me, I don't like predictable, but like they did make it work better than I thought they were going to.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, um, just because of the fact that from a stylistic standpoint, unless Jay and Roman are like wrestling wise, they're superior. You pretty much
Mhm.
imagine, oh, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, this is going to be a massacre. Why do I
Yeah,
need to watch this? So, which they did kind of make it look like that.
yeah.
And but again,
Girls.
Braun, Braun and Braun and Braun and Bronson they have enough experience to where they made it look like a lot of the matches that have gone down in like WWE history, which is good.
Mhm.
So, because that does not always happen if we're really, keeping it a buck.
Yeah.
So, um, so yeah, I definitely felt like it was good, but they need somebody on their side of things. I get that the heels are supposed to have the upper hand, which you can still have the upper hand, but you can make it not look so lopsided. It's
Mhm.
like hours and hours and hours, like every show you watch, SmackDown, Raw, NXT, the heels are once again having like the complete upper hand and making it look, everything shouldn't need to be David versus Goliath. It's
Yeah.
okay to make it where it's a going back and forth.
Yeah. I think they
Um,
need, like, if they do this, um, they need a crew. Jay, Jimmy, Roman, Jacob. Um, that's the crew right there. But I don't know. I think they're gonna keep um Jacob on SmackDown.
well, I think in order to really take down uh the Vision, as much as I hate to say it, they're gonna need to um bring down the Vision. They only need one more person. But to really take on Solo, especially now that he has the newest addition to his clique, the MTFs, right?
MFT.
MFTs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna need to be four.
Yeah.
So that four could be, as you said, Jacob and Jimmy. They join uh they join Jay and Roman, and uh as much as
Into
I didn't like that whole thing, if they're gonna keep on with this click stuff, then they gotta come up with some viable quote unquote hero clicks that makes sense. That way the whole storyline is a masterpiece.
I'm just kind of tired of these Polynesians going against each other. Like, give one another storyline, please.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the question is, as good as they are against who? It's like they're kind of doing that with Roman because Roman's going after the Vision, but unless they make
There
them,
is Jacob can go against well, not now because he's going against Cody, but I'm gonna say Drew. He can do against um
Drew never Drew never did get his comeuppance against Jacob, so that actually would work. And he did
mhm.
say that he was going to come after him
Yeah,
eventually when he was done with Roman, but that didn't happen.
yeah.
So
Um, he could go hell. He can go against Braun Breaker. Um,
that's another one that everybody wanted to see. But then that's it, and then that would kind of tie him in. They would have to figure out
I
a way to
know.
put him on Raw, but they seem to be doing whatever they want to do. They just not doing it with everybody. So they could technically do that. Because now there's people popping up on Evolve. There's people popping up on NXT, as we'll get to later. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of potential. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, this was going to be a part of the par for the course,
Mhm.
because that could be a sign of them telling you that not everybody is on board with bringing everybody in the family in and instantly pushing them when there's been people there that you could have pushed so that you had some different faces and some different matches. It's
Mellow.
yeah, he's among them, which I got a excellent question on that. I've been thinking about it every time I think about him and his girl. So I'm gonna run it by you when we get to. I'll either pick NXT or SmackDown. Um,
Hmm.
so with that, let's move on to the next match, which was Charlotte and Alexa. I'm sorry. I gotta officially figure out how I'm gonna rate things because I've been bouncing back and forth and I'll run that by you later in the DMs. But so we're not gonna do it today. Um, I'm sorry. I knew this was coming. As
Oh yeah.
soon as they hooked up, I went, yeah, they about to get the tag titles.
Hmm.
And because obviously Charlotte lost to Tiffy, and I'm like,
Hmm.
okay. And then Alexa didn't make it toward her championship match, and I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden she starts poking around Charlotte, and I'm like, okay. And then when they officially became a tag team, and I'm like, and that's where that's where the titles are going.
Hmm.
I just had to wait to see how it played out. It it some of the stuff is predictable. Speaking of predictable, I have a question regarding the newest champion that cashed in. But again, I'll wait until we're on her, which will be soon. But let's talk about this match. Kudos to I liked this match better than the Monday one. What about you?
Yeah, I agree.
It was more fluent.
Hmm.
It was more believable. Obviously, if you catch my drift, and I'll explain what I meant by that when I'm actually talking about that match. There was a few things that happened that just I'm like, um, I'm not believing that.
Hmm.
Which Roxanne has always been guilty of that. That's why I kind of hate when she does it. It's like, no, 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 no. You were doing so well. Anyway, um, but yeah, the match as a whole was great. I like the fact that there was no outside interference. I like the fact that they kept with that they're keeping going with the whole when are they gonna implode.
Yeah.
Um, although I'm gonna talk about a part of it that I don't like, but that's I'm gonna save that for Monday, seeing that Monday is a good example of what I'm talking about. Um, so yeah, definitely I'm glad Alexa has a title on. Me and
Yeah.
you were talking the other day. I as much as I like her, if she's not gonna have anything to do with the Wyatt Six, we gotta give her move. Even if she keeps the move, we gotta give it a different name. Cause it doesn't compute. It's like the person with the move is not in the Wyatts. So it's like so you know I just it yeah, unless she somehow makes her way back to the Wyatts, which I thought they were gonna do when she first came back, because
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
remember when she'd be talking and it kept flashing up
Yeah.
over
Doing that
her, and I'm
glitch and
like,
stuff. Yeah.
mm. And I got excited, and then I noticed they stopped doing it, and I'm like, and then that's when it started to come out that not everybody that was originally in it was going to be returning, which I thought was crazy. Especially seeing how well she did with it. I mean,
Hmm.
she did the crazy thing well.
Yeah, she did.
Um, or at least there should have been a beef between her and Mickey Cross because and maybe make it where, well, I was planning on making up with him, but he never returned, and just let that kind of linger off or something,
Mhm.
and 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 uh and make it where she tries to like make amends with them, and they like tell her to go to hell, and then her and Nikki, God, the vignettes that could have came off of her and Nikki. Nikki, I was kind of worried a little bit because I know she does crazy,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sure if she could do the dark and crazy, and I was wrong, and that was great.
I
It,
already
it,
knew.
it was great.
I already knew. Yeah.
So so yeah,
I
uh,
like I like Nikki.
yeah. I wish that even though she's in the Wyatt Six, I wish she was trying to put some title around her waist.
Yeah. Agreed.
That's another thing that I don't like about a lot of these factions. It's like somebody else that will be mentioned later. Me and you have talked about it many a time because I can't stand her. You know who I'm talking about because I talk about her more than I talk about anybody else. But we're talking about the WWE at the moment. So um with that, Sammy, he proved that good guys can finish first,
Yeah.
but we know he can be dark,
Yeah.
and we know it's coming.
Yeah.
We know it's coming. He's
Oh
giving us
yeah.
signs. He gave us signs during the match, even before he was handed the pipe.
Mhm.
And we'll talk about the other time that he gave us signs later. Um, but yeah, that was a. I mean, Drew, Sammy, you can't. There's no shock in that.
Mhm.
They know how to do. They know how to do the wrestling part. They know how to do the character part.
Mhm.
They are great at what they do. I wish that I wish they could have pulled that out of him when he was the chosen one.
Yeah.
At I mean, because right now I just and 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 this is why the Judgment Day annoys me because there are people that could be there in the Judgment Day. I'm sorry, it started dark. It should have stayed dark.
Yeah.
Don't give me dark entrances and not give me dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I say what you want about whether or not you liked Edge when he was there. That was the mo- darkest version of Judgment Day.
Yeah. I think he. I think the intent was there. He did good, but I think that he got so much history that people couldn't boo him. You know what I mean? Like, you know how when Stone Cold turned and then they didn't boo him at all. He was trying
Well,
his
no, they
hardest.
could. Yeah, they couldn't boo him.
Yeah. So
I was one of them. I know. I mean, yeah, it threw me off, and, but I'm like, ah, like, why are you doing this, Steve? Oh, that's why you're
yeah,
doing it. All right, middle fingers
yeah,
up.
yeah. But it's um, like with John Cena. You know what I'm saying? They tried to do that and they just flubbed that all up. So
Let's. There are some people that just can't. Uh, mm, 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 mm. All right, you brought it up, so we're gonna speak real quick and get back so we can get through the list. Anyway, John Cena, the closest he came to being a heel was when he was being the rapper.
yeah,
Other than that, he can't. It outside of that, it's. Don't get me wrong. He did okay. He did okay. I was cool with it, but still, I still didn't completely feel it like I did. I felt him the most when he was the loyalty, hustle, and respect. Face it, that's who he was. I said it for the longest. He's this generation's version of Hulk Hogan. I've said it
Yeah,
for years.
that's true. You
It
ain't
just
lying.
you know so that's who he was, and but but yeah, Sammy, they need to quit letting him talk about going for a title, and all of a sudden he is jumping into a triple threat, hooking up with somebody for a tag team match, going after somebody that's not holding the not holding the world title,
Mhm.
like he did,
Mhm.
when we'll talk about later.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, the match, loved it. Um, Drew, Drew is the consummate prick. Um,
Drew or Carrion?
oh, sorry, Carrion. Um, Carrion, I got a feeling he might be on his way out because
I think so.
I saw online they were talking about his contract,
Yeah.
which to me, if that's the way you're going, why buy into the quote unquote push? Because people
Because they're
start
not. Did you
people,
see the post show?
huh?
You see the post show when
I
they
didn't
were
watch all of it.
the audience were like Triple H was, and they were like, "We want Cross, we want Cross," and he gonna try to act like they were saying they want Brock. You want Brock, you got him. Like, bro, that's not what they were saying, and you know it.
Yeah, I didn't watch all of it. Once you told me that there wasn't going to be like a post, like the
Press
actual
conference.
conference press conference,
Yeah.
then I was like, I watched a few minutes of it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm done.
Mhm.
Um, so
And we'll get into that later, and why they didn't have that press conference.
yes, yes, we will. Um, Michael Cole. Let's see here. Well, right now, Michael Cole speaks on Hulk Hogan. Again, we will save that for the end because
Mhm.
I we'll save that for the end when we're talking about Brock. Um, Seeing that detail, the main detail wise, they kind of have something in common.
Yeah,
So, um, this Stephanie Vicker uh,
I like her.
confronts Naomi.
I like her. And then I'm liking Naomi's work now as a heel. Um,
I, I I'm trying to get into it, but there's something about how she's coming off. I If I get a forced vibe from you, like you're forcing it, I can't completely get into it. And to me, that's what I would hold against what she's doing. It's like hearing how she talks and everything. Obviously, she wrestles great, but just hearing her when she's being the character, it feels like it's forced.
mm,
Like it's not really her. It's like Carrion makes his character. He's been dark since TNA.
yep.
There's no way that you can't say that you don't know that Carrion is dark because you feel it. Nothing feels faked. He knows how to put it on where you literally think that if you were to meet him in person, that's the person that you're gonna get,
What
which would
I'm
be
getting from Carrion is or Naomi is that it's frustration type of thing. Like she she either a been looked over, or she getting these matches and she loses. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to do this. This is not gonna happen anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that she's trying to get all her stuff in, because she wants to, have a baby. That's off the subject, but she wants to, have a baby, and then she wants to do all the stuff she wants to do, so she can take that time to, have
Gotcha.
kids and stuff. But
Gotcha. Next up, Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill.
mm,
I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't until I started watching the match that I knew that Jade wasn't gonna win.
mm, yeah,
Before, as soon as they set the match up, I thought there was no way she was not gonna walk out with it. But once the match started, I was like, oh, okay. My thought was wrong. She is
yeah,
not gonna win this match.
yeah,
And um, so what did you think of it in general? I know how you feel about Jade.
yeah. I like Jade, and I like Tiffany too. But I think that, oh, I'm trying to think of how to word this. um, I thought it was good, but I
Mm,
just thought it could have been better.
yeah, yeah.
It could have been better.
There was
Um,
some points where you saw um like the everything didn't flow.
yeah, and it felt like they were holding back.
Yeah,
So, but I think, in all, it was good.
yeah,
But like I said, I just felt like they were holding back. You know,
yeah,
like they didn't get, like, when her match with Charlotte at WrestleMania. You know, they got physical. But what I mean, but I kind of want to see. I guess they could run it back to see if it'll do better. But I kind of want to see Jay fight Rhea, because I think that Rhea will bring that out of her. So that's just me. But
I could see that, but I'm wondering because that's not the only match, at least from my viewing, that um when Jade's in the ring that you still see tend to see it, and I think that might be the reason why she didn't win that night,
hmm
because they know they want to get the fans what they want and put her in the match, but they know she's still not quite there in terms
yeah,
of putting on the way she puts on matches.
yeah.
So
I
it
think, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to like criticize, because shoot, I could never do what they do. However, I think that they probably see like, oh yeah, she kind of need just a little bit more tweaking, and then
right.
she'll be fine. But I'm thinking that she is, getting it, and getting,
Yeah, I
this
remember
is
her
the word,
matches from AEW. Yeah,
yeah,
she's
a lot
definitely
better,
improved. So,
yeah. And then
um,
she's working, like, I keep want to call him Ricky Starks, but Ricky Saint, she's working with him, and I think she's working with Punk and stuff, just to try to get better and better. So
yeah.
at least she's put in the work to try to, do a lot better.
You think part of it might be a confidence thing because she's not getting it?
I think that
Maybe
is
some nervousness.
probably nerves. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of that. That's another reason why I'm not quite where I need to be with my stuff. That's why I'm
hmm
doing like stuff like what I'm doing today. And I thank you for being open to joining me. And with
hmm
that, we're gonna
I
move
feel
on
you.
to the
I feel you.
match that while you felt that Jay and the OTC versus Division should have been first, I feel this match should have been first. Matter of fact, I feel that they could have put this match on the kickoff, and I wouldn't have been mad. Jelly Roll, Randy Orton,
I
and
don't.
Logan Paul and Drew. I'm sorry.
Okay, 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 okay. And it is no shade to Randy and Drew.
Of course not.
This should not have been on SummerSlam. Or if it was, it should have just been Randy and Drew. That's it.
Yes.
And that's it.
Or like I said, if you had to put it on SmackDown, put it on the kickoff show, or make it first, or
Something.
it should have been first.
Yeah.
No offense to Jelly Roll and the time it took him to learn the moves that he learned,
And you lost that weight. That's impressive.
and
But
yes, and he
honey,
lost the weight, all
no,
impressive. But at the end of the day,
no, no, no.
especially against Drew for Christ's sake, Logan Paul, that's one thing.
Oh
against
God.
against Drew and you let him go. Of all the times to let Drew go, you pick that time.
Yeah. I,
Not on him. On Randy, yes. On him, no. I need to feel like I see some pullback. In
mm,
Drew, I'm kind of wondering because I've watched some matches where this has been a thing. People's true feelings come out during a match.
yeah. Yeah.
And I want to know how if I were to ever meet Drew, I would need to know how much of the promo that he cut and when he did his moves and he was talking directly to Jelly Roll, how much of that was fact and how much of
Right.
that was fiction. Cause I'm leaning toward 95-5.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Yep.
so um so maybe he's tired of being involved because wasn't he involved with the stuff with um no that was Priest. I was going to say like wait, didn't he end up doing something with Bad Bunny? It wasn't just Priest, was it?
No, that was Miz.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think he did anything with Bad Bunny.
Okay. I just uh,
Yeah. That's what I said. Okay.
and so yeah, we're this one was easy to flow through. I was not shocked who won
Yeah.
the
I'll
match
give him. I'll
itself.
give him an A for effort.
He got hurt. He got hurt, and then
Of course,
he refused. He
he
limped and
can't let
limped.
his. He couldn't let his best friend do it by himself, so he had to come in and save the day.
You know what? That would have been the prime time to bring in somebody else. I don't know who, but that would have been the prime time to bring in somebody else. I would have been better if he had done like a lot of the stars do, and you're just in the corner.
Yeah.
I would have been good with that. During the match. If you want to make it a 6-man, make it a 6-man on both sides. That way, if he turns around and he does a move on Logan and causes them to lose the match, there is no disqualification because there is no disqualification during triple threat or 6-man, whatever, or give it some kind of rule with it where it's no DQ, something. Uh, again, and for what it was worth, everybody did well.
Yeah. They don't.
Um,
They don't. They don't need to. I just don't think they need to put Randy in these kind of matches. He don't need to be there. He needs to be in those matches that's going to make stars. Like, uh, he's a legacy character. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, because
He don't. He don't. I mean, and I understand about the the jelly roll and all that stuff. They want that. That's fine, and that's cool. But come on,
Yeah.
Randy needs to be up there with. He can't. He needs to be in that main event scene. He don't need to be doing that. That's
All
just
right.
me.
All right. And with that, we're gonna move to night one's main event, and then after that, things are gonna speed up a little bit. Um. Let's see. Punk versus Gunther.
That was a good match.
That was, to me, that was, if you wanted to say that some other ones were match of the night, depending on the match you said, would obviously Jelly Roll would not be one of them. Hopefully, you have a right to your opinion, but I mean,
No,
if
no,
somebody
it's
was to
not.
say that,
Mm.
I would have to respect it as long as they make it make sense. But to me, CM Punk and Gunther was definitely the best match,
Yes,
especially
it
for
was.
what accidentally happened to Gunther. I feel for Gunther,
Yeah.
especially seeing that he's gonna be gone for a while.
But they said
Me,
that happened prior to, but they just had to use that to take him out so he can get fixed up.
gotcha. So here's the thing: great match was Happy Punk won. As
Uh huh.
soon as I heard Seth's music,
I know.
I
I
sat
know
in
it.
my living room and I said, "He's about to cash in."
Yep. 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 That's what I said. I was like, oh my god, not this.
And then he turned around and he walked away, and I'm like, "Could I be wrong?"
No,
And
he
then he
wasn't.
stopped, and I went, "No, I'm not wrong."
Yep. He all right.
And then all of a sudden, the they fall to the side, and then he
Uh,
starts loosening up, and I'm like,
yeah.
"Yeah." And I didn't. I guess I buy the fact that Punk didn't have enough energy to put up a better fight. Okay.
Punk is
Um.
40. He's the same age as me, so he gonna be tired.
Yeah, but I felt like in terms of selling it, I wasn't sold. But yeah, that was night one. That was the best of the matches. If I were to give some order to them, I would go. Actually, I would have a hard time.
Mm,
And the reason why I say that is obviously the Jelly Roll match would be last.
of course.
Um, then maybe Tiffany and Jade above that one, and then
Hmm.
everybody else you could make your own order
Yeah.
because everybody else put on a. Actually, I take that back. I think the only matches I would have a conflict with after that would be the tag team match with Alexa and Charlotte, and the Sammy versus Karrion Cross.
Hmm.
I could put uh I think I could put the Jay Uso versus the Vision. I could put that one up above. I could make that one like fourth, and I personally would be okay with it. I know some other people probably would have issue like how can you put they kind of got the LeBron complex when it comes to Roman and them, and it's like how can you put that so low? Did you
Yeah.
not watch the match?
You know how I feel about
Yes, I know how you
my
feel about
twins. Yeah.
your twins and your Polynesians and your
Hmm.
well,
My Jacob and
yeah. And with
Howard.
that, night two, we're gonna speed it
Okay.
up a bit.
Mm.
And Naomi, Io Sky, and Rhea.
I thought
I
it
think
was
that
good.
I think it was good, but I felt like they did a little too much trying to put Naomi over.
Mm.
Um, and I get it. She's a champion. You're trying to put her over. You're trying to make because you know how it's going to end. You're trying to make it make sense. But especially against Rhea. And this is why I've always said I don't like when somebody goes when somebody feels like per se like face, because then all of a sudden you know they can go and they dial it back a bit.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would have been better had they let her go all out. Although Ia probably would have ended up on the short end of the stick when they got to facing up against her, but because she's a
Mhm.
high flyer, but she's not. It's kind of like Rio in AEW. I can't completely take her matches seriously, even when she does get upset. Um,
Mhm.
so so yeah, I definitely like the match. Um, as the match went on, that one was another one where I was like, yeah, Naomi's definitely gonna win this. Uh,
I was hoping so because if they made her champion and just for her to lose it, that'd be stupid.
and now here comes my question before we move on to the TLC. I got so much to say about that, but I'm gonna try to keep my words quick so we can keep it moving. But speaking of Jade Cargill,
Mhm.
what if they are gonna eventually position it to
Okay,
where
I'm coming.
it's Jade versus Naomi, and Jade takes it from Naomi, which sets her up for a showdown with Bianca, who will then reveal that, yeah, she was in cahoots with Naomi. She did know about what Naomi did. And then that sets up after her and Naomi gets after her and Naomi obviously get done with their
Hey,
rematch.
Coach Mark will say hi, everybody.
Okay.
Um after
Yeah,
she
just go wherever you gonna be eating in there.
after she gets done with the Jade versus Naomi thing of Naomi trying to
All
get
right,
the
dog
belt
on
back,
that kid. I'll take it,
then they
dog.
set it up where her and Bianca.
All right, God bless this food and cooking.
Yeah.
Serve it in Jesus
So
Christ. So that's all yours,
and
okay?
then
So we got his and we
what
got
do you
yours.
think about that? And then we'll move on to the TLC match.
Um. I don't know. Um.
It's conflicting, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
part of you wants Jade to have a world title, but then you also love Naomi.
Yeah.
But there's another match. Matter of fact, yes, the match on this card that me and you are gonna discuss. And I always give you your kudos, but I'm gonna gloat a little bit when I get to that match. And
Okay.
uh, um, I'm gonna gloat a little bit, although it's all in fun, and hopefully we'll be friends after. But on to the TLC match. This match was awesome
Yeah, I loved it. I'm glad they put.
until until and just to let you know going forward, one of the things that I will judge matches on is outside interference and things that I
Mhm.
deem unnecessary. So you
I
already
already
know
know what
where
you're
I'm
talking about.
going with this. I'm
Mhm.
sitting up here, I'm watching the match. They going at it. The things are great. I'm even ignoring the fact that they not really letting the Wyatts go, taken away from my Wyatt's
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
I was willing to let that go because of how the match was going. They picked all the right people and they did all the right things. And then it happened. The pixie starts climbing the ladder.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I'm looking, I'm like, I kind of felt like I did during the Michigan Ohio State game and during last year's Cincinnati Bengals versus my Patriots Week 1 game. I kind of felt like I was in the twilight zone and didn't understand what I was watching. I'm like, what are we doing?
Mhm.
I mean, granted, we've seen it done because um, Corey Graves' wife
Carmelo.
had, yeah, Carmella had her little flunky with no chin
Yeah.
help her win in a ladder match. So I guess I get it. Um, but I didn't. I, for that match, it wasn't needed.
No.
It wasn't
Uh,
needed. I didn't need to see B Fab.
yeah.
And as much as I love Nikki, I didn't need to see her either.
Right.
You had six people in a ladder match. Tables, ladders, and chairs. You should not need any outside interference for that.
At all.
Even not even from Uncle Howdy and
Mm-mm.
Eric Rowan. They are not
Mm-mm.
needed either.
Right.
Like you got enough there to make it happen. I've seen some of the matches when the Street Profits had the tag titles. They had matches where even though it was like a triple threat or or the matches they had, they still ended up within the confines of the match. They still ended up winning the match without there being outside interference. I don't think it needs to be done most of the matches in a 3 hour episode, whether it be a pay per view, whether it be Raw, SmackDown, AEW. Eventually, I'm gonna get around to get my TNA back so I could get caught up on that.
Oh
And
Lord, that's been crazy.
and and uh uh it just yeah it was just I love the match except for that.
Hmm.
Um so everybody did good. I don't remember seeing many, if any, miscues. It just everything flowed. You could tell everybody in there was experienced and they
Yep.
handled their business. It
Yep.
was it was awesome. Side note, what do you think about them letting Gacy and Loomis talk?
Uh, I
Especially
mean,
Loomis. I
yeah.
was like, what? But we'll
Yeah.
talk about that more later because I just realized that that was actually later on in the week. But I just that's how much it got to me.
Hmm.
Um, uh,
I
Becky,
forgot how he talked because he
he hadn't
he
talked
talked in
since
TNA,
yeah he
but
hadn't talked since earlier in his career in TNA.
Mom,
hmm
you want some BBQ sauce? I got. Can I
So
get chicken nuggets? I get chicken nuggets.
so next matchup, Becky versus Lyra.
what is it?
Um, Becky versus Lyra,
Oh,
and
Becky versus Lyra.
great match. As soon as
Yeah.
Bailey showed up, I knew Becky. I knew for sure Becky was gonna win.
Yeah.
I just and that just kind of ruined it for me. As soon as I saw Beck, I was like, I mean, as soon as I saw Bailey showed up. And I kept asking about it. I'm like, when is Bailey gonna show up? When is
Mhm.
Bailey gonna show up? When is Bailey gonna show up?
Yeah.
And then she did. And I was just waiting on. I'm like, okay, now that she's here, how is she going to? Is she going to show purposefully that she attacked Lyra, or is she going to quote unquote accidentally hit Lyra? Which one am I gonna see?
Ha!
Which and um, I was leaning towards she was gonna snap on Lyra, but obviously I was wrong.
Yeah.
So, um, so yeah, but yeah, love the match. Before that, even kind of letting it be a little one sided on Becky's part for a minute. That did
Mhm.
kind of bore me a little bit, but they ended up, you know, bringing it back around,
Yeah.
partially because of Bailey, but they still brought it back around. And yeah. Uh, do you think that they're ever going to let it come out that Bailey did it on purpose?
Um. Yeah, when they turn her heel.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for it since she kept losing all these matches, and I'm like, Bailey's about to turn heel,
Mhm.
and um, whose title? Ooh, before I move on to the coup de grace, to the coup de grace in terms of discussion between me and you, um, do you think they turn her heel and she goes after Naomi?
It would. It wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past them, and it wouldn't. It. I wouldn't be mad at it.
That's another angle that literally just popped into my head when we
Mhm.
started talking about her going heel. But with that, we would I told you. I told you, I told you, I told you. I as soon as you remember when you brought it up to me and you said they need to put a title on Solo, and I said, don't do that to Jacob. And you were like, what are you talking about? I was like, if they put a title on him, they gonna put the title, it's gonna be the one that's on Jacob, right? And you weren't happy. I remember I can't remember exactly what you said, but you weren't happy at that thought. And I
Yeah.
said, you know me, my usual, I know you don't like it, but I'm telling you, back up off of Jacob getting the title because he's not getting either one of the world titles and they're not moving him to Raw.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Now, I already know they about to put him at higher heights.
I'm
So
talking about at the time, though.
that's the time.
At,
Yeah.
at the time, the only, uh, at that moment, he wasn't moving.
Mm-mm.
They were enjoying the push. So and then they started trying to really push Solo, and they was getting him together, and I'm like, yeah, no, don't. I don't want to. I don't want you to be upset, and you gonna be upset. You know you're gonna be upset when that belt comes off Jacob.
I was upset, but then I was like, you know what? They got bigger and better things for him.
Yeah, I remember you saying that because I instantly sent you the message when it happened. I'm like, I told you,
Hmm.
you know, and so yeah, that match it was great. Except the outside interference, especially
Yeah.
by the big guy.
Hmm.
But I have to say, I love how they ended it. And I do you think that they're getting ready to try to break up that little break it down to two and just have it be Tala, is it?
Yeah. I call
Tala
him
have
I
it
call him Hikaleo, but it's Tonga. Um, I guess I'm trying to wait and see what they're gonna do with Tama when Tama gets back.
because the way the way they let Jacob just go ape on them in the cage, I
Yeah.
can envision, especially Mr. Cobb.
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't take too kindly to getting left to the wolves, so to speak.
Mhm. And it's always him and Tonga Loa.
And so I can envision them turning on Solo, but because Solo has Tala,
Mhm.
it doesn't exactly go in their favor.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sorry, I still don't like his character.
Who's?
Solos. They made him so vanilla.
Mm.
They made him so vanilla. They even did that to Roman a little bit. I think that's what really made me not like Roman when he was in the when he towards the end in the bloodline. He kind of acting like he was acting, like literally. Like
Mhm.
it was like
Mhm.
like but yeah, with that, hopefully I have this right. Remind me if I don't. But next match was Cody and I. I was like binging last night,
Yeah.
so I had AEW going and um night two of SmackDown. So I was accidentally like writing down notes on like the wrong pieces of paper. So after Solo and Jacob, it was AJ and Dom. Okay, I just saw it.
Okay.
All right, there we go. AJ and Dom loved. At the end of the day, you know what? I'm thinking about. I've been thinking about it more,
Uh
especially
huh.
after I rewatched it. I did like that match.
Uh huh.
Dom's gotten better.
Uh
I
huh.
still don't like his character.
Uh huh.
But he has gotten better, and he definitely showed that. Um, I'm just waiting on him to find who he is.
When they supposed to have a AAA pay per view?
Yeah,
Was it this weekend?
Triple Mania. No, I think it's a different weekend.
Okay.
Because I believe they were talking about it on SmackDown. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
because he's supposed to be
Defending his belt.
he's supposed to
This
be going
in
against
a
and
four
that's
way.
yeah.
When is Triple Mania? The Funny Bone is not Triple Mania.
Okay, it says the 16th.
Yeah, so next weekend. Yeah.
Perfect.
So yeah, because I remember them talking about it on SmackDown, so I knew it
Mhm.
wasn't this weekend. Um,
That's why I thought about it. Like, wait a minute, because I remember Don was supposed to be in the yeah. So yeah,
I think for him to finally like truly get over though,
mm,
he's gonna have to figure out a way to just be Dom. And it not be about his dad and it not be about the people around him. That's what's gonna
don't you
truly
don't you
get
notice like
get him
every
over.
interview that he does, that's all they talk about is his dad. How's your dad? My dad be dad. My dad be dad. And it's like, bro, come on.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that I liked about Lexus King because we talked about the fact that he said that he told them that he did not want it to be about his dad.
Yep.
He wanted it to be about him.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, that match was great. Uh, I wish AJ would have won, um, but yeah, overall the match was great. They both channeling their inner Eddie. Dom did it better.
Yeah.
It's uh um and I hope one day because I actually I still have that shirt that they made when Eddie died
Mhm.
and it was sad. It was definitely sad when he died because
It
he
was.
was supposed to have been on a pay-per-view and
Yeah.
when Chavo didn't hear from him, he knew something was wrong.
He died on my mom's birthday.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
But
So
with the
Roman's gonna be in Clash in Paris, huh?
yeah,
Because I'm looking at my phone and here he is. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably too bright, but
yeah, too bright.
he's supposed to be in. They got the picture of him.
Yeah, after everything that went down on Monday. Yeah.
Oh
Um
man, so that means he go be going after us.
so
Oh my god, that's so funny.
you got Cody versus
Shula
John
Fala.
Cena.
Oh,
You got Cody versus
oh.
John Cena.
Now this was the match we should have got at WrestleMania.
But
That was the match we should have got at WrestleMania.
you know Cody's character, they had to figure out a way to quote unquote bring it out.
That's true.
Because he at the end of the day, you know, the Cody persona that he's mostly had in the WWE is that he couldn't pull the trigger.
Yeah.
So they had to figure out a way to get that over, which if I'm not mistaken, you tell me if I'm off on this, that's gonna open the door to him uh that's gonna open the door to him going heel.
Of course.
Now the
Oh
question
yeah.
is it gonna happen soon, or are we gonna need, dare I say it, are we gonna need, because I know we talked about this on your show, are we gonna need Kevin Owens to come back to bring the heel out? Because I kind of got the vibe. There was one episode where uh Cody was trying to talk, and then somebody came out, and instead of letting Cody answer him, Kevin Owens interrupted him, and the reaction he made as he stepped back and let Cody talk, I'm like, and I remember telling you, I'm like, Cody going heel soon. He's definitely going heel soon.
Mm, I think um I think when he start having that feud with Randy Orton, I think that's gonna bring it out. Cause I think like right now, they doing the Drew Cody thing, which is gonna bang, cause it's Drew.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's going to. I think when it comes time with him and Randy, that's when he's gonna pull it out of him.
Okay. Again, excellent match. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I didn't think that I didn't think he was gonna lose. I didn't think he was gonna lose that match. Although the longer I watched, I was like, "Holy crap, he is
Yeah.
about to lose tonight!"
Yeah.
And because
Elijah,
I knew his days was getting numbered, I just
take
couldn't
a seat,
remember the
Babs.
amount of days. And I think
Thank you.
he don't have much left.
No, he
I'm
only got like 11.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because I remember about a month or so ago he was at like 19,
Yeah.
and I couldn't remember how many episodes he had been on, so I didn't know where the exact number was. But
Yep.
I knew his days had to have been numbered, which means that you're gonna see him less.
Less. Yep. Because he got 6 months, but he got 11 more days. So he probably gonna just start doing all the uh pay per
Pay-per-views.
views. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I believe the last pay-per-view will be Survivor Series, won't it?
Yeah.
So let's see.
Unless they try to throw one in there in December.
Right. Which I'm still shocked that after Raw debuted that they didn't put one back there, but I guess I I I guess they may have said, just let everybody just do the regular shows, and
hmm
try to work it in where everybody gets Christmas. So
Yeah.
um without having to go too hard. So I can see that. So that's cool. But all right. So John Cena is getting his respect from the universe.
Yeah. Yep.
And you knew something was gonna happen because the camera
Yep.
was stalling.
It was taking too long for them to go off.
And Brock's music hit.
My mouth dropped. My mouth
And
dropped.
his music hit. And the first person I thought of was you because you said that he was gonna come back. And I didn't think it was gonna happen, but me and my son were talking about the details of that situation of the Vince situation, and according to what was in the documents,
Yep.
he never actually did anything.
You took
No, but
I remember because he had the stuff, he had the video sent to him, and then he was supposed to meet up with her, but he never showed up.
and hello, he's married, so he better not have shown up.
Right, which made me really when my son reminded me of that, then I was like, so wait, he's not like Laurinaitis,
No,
and he wasn't like Vince. He
no.
actually was kind of like Joe Paterno in the Sandusky situation.
Yes,
He
yes,
was actually the innocent one in the whole thing.
but he kept
So
quiet.
it's the Me Too movement. What?
He knew about it, and he kept quiet.
Okay.
That's what Joe Paterno did.
Actually, no. What Joe Paterno did was he took it to his superiors. Anytime the cops saw him, the cops admitted that he was the only one that always told the truth, was always 100% cooperative, never pushed them off, never did anything. But everybody's everybody's thing was they thought that Joe Paterno was God.
Yeah,
That wasn't his attitude. He just thought he was a regular human being like everybody else, and unfortunately, that ended up making him a pariah. And then
yeah.
those piss ants at Penn State and the piss ants that were in the front office of the of the NCAA allowed Penn State to pin it all on him when there was proof that no, you guys lied. You guys lied. The athletic director lied and hid and pushed stuff off. The only
Hmm.
thing he might be guilty of is that he didn't keep going back to them, going, "Hey, what's going on with this?"
Yeah, following up.
And it just if it okay, but enough to vilify him completely, especially when he wasn't like the others, trying to hide it, trying to put it off. Anytime they contacted him, he was fully cooperative.
But you know what? They vilified him because he was the most popular.
They vilified him because he died. That's when they did
That
it.
too.
As soon
That
as he
too.
died, that's when they came up with it. But um like I said, it's gonna be interesting because the public opinion is gonna be interesting to see what happens with him. And with
Yeah.
that, we're gonna go into the other subject that I could have talked about earlier because Michael Cole brought him up during the middle of the show, and I said I was gonna save it for this, seeing the one thing that they have in common is the level of um, controversy, if you
Yeah.
will. Hulk Hogan,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because we need to
Okay.
move along. I got a lot to get through. Then I'm gonna let you have your say, and then we're gonna move on to Raw and keep this train running. To anybody that sits up here and wants to remember his his career, I'm not gonna fault you for that.
Mm-mm.
But
Mm-hmm.
where I will fault you is if you just because of his career and what he did for the business, you ignore the other part of what he did,
Mm-hmm.
even if one of the reasons that you ignore it is because it had nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
It's amazing how people pick and choose who they want to let slide.
Yeah.
And they'll rationalize a reason in their head to let it slide.
Mm-hmm.
I won't let it slide,
Mm-mm.
but no, I'm not going to disrespect his legacy. I'm not going to do it for Bill Cosby. I had already stopped after the one videos that R. Kelly started making came out. The Keep It in the Closet, and I was watching
Mm-hmm.
them videos. The more I watched them videos, the less I listened to him anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
by the time they got to there, it didn't matter to me neither here nor there about listening to his music, whether I should still listen to it. Now, if I want to, I will.
Mm-hmm.
The only song that really stands out to me, and that's because I want to get my forever girl and dance with her to that song, is the slow wine song.
All right.
I go listen to that from time to time. Other than that, not that he's not a R&B legend. I'm not gonna forget anything that he's done for the R&B industry, but we're not gonna sit up here and just act like he didn't do anything. And it's amazing how we'll do that. We'll pick and choose who we do that with.
Yeah.
I mean, even Chris Benoit. I'm not gonna do nothing stupid like that one guy did and show up during a meet and greet, and I'm listening to Paul Heyman and and every time he says Chris Benoit's name, go, that's my boy. That's what I'm not gonna do.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I will always love him as a wrestler, but as a parent, and as a parent that had two exes that did things that violently hurt me, and I'm not in prison, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
not dead, and neither are my kids. Yeah, we're gonna have some conflict. Same thing with Lawrence Taylor. Love Lawrence Taylor. The cocaine thing, kind of not feeling it.
Was
The
he on crack?
Well, during his career, he did cocaine before the games.
Gotcha.
So so Bill Cosby. I'm always gonna love Cliff Huxtable because he had the family that I always wanted to be
Yeah.
in, and my family life, to keep it short and sweet, is anything but anywhere close to the Huxtables.
Yep.
So, um,
Speaking of rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. That hit
yeah,
different.
yeah, that hurt.
Yeah.
That hurt. Um, but yeah, I will always. You can uplift their career because they did do good. But if anybody brings that up, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah.
But
My
talk about both.
my thing is um
Hogan said what he said.
yeah, when he died, I was like, oh man, he died. I felt indifferent, but at the same time, yeah, he did pioneer wrestling, was what I like today. Yes, he did. But that's on him that he tainted his legacy. That's him.
Yeah,
But like I said, I feel indifferent. I don't, okay, rest
I,
in peace.
I, my only problem was always this, because I heard the wrestlers, and no offense to Mark Henry or Coco Beware or anybody
Hmm.
else that came to his defense, give me some people that didn't work with him.
Yeah. Exactly.
Give me some fans that were like me and you, and they were off camera, nobody around but the general public. Give me those people.
Yeah.
Because ever since I heard it say it, every time ever since I heard it, my one issue has been, does he value me when he sees me truly,
Mm-hmm.
or does he just see money
Yeah.
when he sees me?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that word did to me.
Yeah.
That's what him saying that did to me. I get that he don't want his daughter dating no thugs.
Oh God. But a thug can be a
Cause,
wife
cause,
and
cause,
thug.
cause if you listen to if you listen to the rest of the conversation, that's basically the area he was going in.
Yeah, but
And
white
and and
people are thugs too.
and
Now that's the one thing I hate. Don't put that on one race. And I think that's what he did. But then he tried. But then they saying that
well, that's
okay,
what it, that's what
the
that's what they doing. That's what's done in general. That's what's done in general. It is especially, they do it on all, but it's an especially a stigma to us because we embrace it.
yeah,
But go
and
ahead. But
they
go ahead.
said that it would have been. I wouldn't say it would have been better, but they said it would have been a little bit easier if he would have really apologized for it.
Which he did
Um,
apologize, but he didn't.
he didn't. And then what did he do after that? He went MAGA on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's
But
like, and and I'm not gonna get political, but it's just like,
you, to me, we've never spoke on this. To me, everybody trying to pick a side when they're all over there in Washington screwing us is a joke to me. It always
oh my
has been.
God,
But
oh,
but
I don't understand Washington. I always have to say protect my peace because you have MAGA and then you have the Democrats who just that's all they do is shrug their shoulders. Oh well, he is who he is, and it's like no, if
well,
how are you as a lawmaker gonna protect my rights as a black person, a woman, but then you let him just run roughshod all over Washington and the White House and just be like, oh well.
eh, uh,
But like I said, I want to get political.
yeah, like I said, to me the whole thing is a smoke screen to keep us arguing. And with that, we're gonna move on to Raw. Um, um, so the vision starts off the show.
Yes.
While I will hold off rating until next week, I will give this a thumbs up
Yes.
because I like how the whole thing went down. I knew he wasn't gonna win, but I even liked LA Knight coming out. I knew he
Oh
wasn't gonna
yeah.
win.
Oh yeah.
It was like nah, he got the belt. This is gonna be a long run. If no,
Oh,
if you like LA Knight, I'm sorry for you.
LA
He's
Knight.
not.
LA Knight is moving to Raw, right?
That's what it looks like. They moving a lot of people around, and so it looks like Naya's going back to NXT.
Yeah. I know.
Um,
I was when she attacked Lash. I was like, oh, okay. I
yeah,
like
that
Lash.
that whole actually my other thing about the Naya being on
Okay.
NXT we'll save for later.
Okay.
Um, so Dom's walking through the hallway. He confronts the LWO.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I need the WWE to do something with them or disband them. I'm tired
I,
of it.
it,
They have too much talent to not get no shine,
that's what
not
I'm
get a
saying.
run.
That's what I'm
Oscar's
saying.
back. Oscar's back, and as much as I like the Kabuki Warriors,
Yes,
she needs to be taking somebody's head off for a title.
yes, yep, yep.
Um, but back to I give this a thumbs up. I give that segment a thumbs up only because of what happened after the LWO. AJ shows up
Uh huh.
and just issues his warning.
Yep.
And I liked it. I like how it all played out. I like that he gave him respect. Especially in a time where the older folks and the younger folks are always clashing because the other
Mm,
one feel like the other one ain't giving them no respect. It was nice
mm-hmm.
to see that. I got that vibe. So with that, we'll move forward.
Hmm.
Sheamus versus Rusev too.
Oh my gosh. Banger
That
after banger after
this
banger.
that is the epitome of what I'll be talking to you about.
Uh,
I don't mind if you make them face or heel,
yeah,
but if they were putting on bangers when they were heels, don't make them a face and make them forget how to put on a banger.
yeah, yeah,
That's how every match should be. That's
yeah,
what I should see.
yeah.
Quit injuring the face people before the match
Hmm.
and doing this super Goliath versus injured downtrodden
Hmm.
David, and oh, how's he going to beat the odds when he's
Yeah,
injured? I don't care.
yeah.
Let's spread those matches out a bit.
I don't
Let's
care what nobody says. Sheamus, me and Sheamus are the same age, and he can wrestle just like the young boys.
Yeah, and it's a shame that he's out of the title picture, just like somebody that who was no longer there that he used to be partners with, who was over
Yeah,
in
Cesaro.
who's yeah. So oh God, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Um, yes, loved it. Grayson, hate it. I
They
I
don't know
I
what to do with him.
that's what I was telling you on your show when you had your stuff going on. That's why they were keeping them together so long because they don't know what to do with them. In my opinion, that's why the Grayson theory thing was going on. That's why the Judgment Day situation was going on. They don't. That's why they put DIY back together because they
Hmm.
don't know what to do with them, and they know the fans love them, and they know
Yeah.
that they can still bring in the ratings, but they don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
And there's matches all over the place if they just put them together
That's why they should have never got rid of 205 Live.
for the cruiserweights. Yeah, but if nobody was watching,
That's
I
true
I
too.
I I get that. It's and that's why it should have been because that was another part of the reason nobody talks about it. That was another part of the reason WCW was beating the WWE back in the day because they
Yeah.
had the better cruiserweight division.
Cruiserweights. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
They. Yeah. They
not
don't
that
know what to do
not that
with
they were
Grayson.
garbage.
Yeah.
They just not that they were garbage because they had a good, but just compared to and it was so much more about the wrestling, which was another thing that helped WCW stay as good as they did because people that wanted to see wrestling and weren't as worried about the entertainment because they were all in as long as you had a good match. That was WCW, kind of like what AEW does. Not
Hmm.
as good on the entertainment side of it, but you want to see a good wrestling match, more often than not, most of the time that it's on television. Hate to say it, you can hate my opinion all you want. You have a right to your opinion. That's AEW. AEW is WCW 2.0. It
That's
just
true.
so but yeah, I just him trying to ingratiate himself and be the third New Day.
Yeah.
No,
No.
he has enough talent where
Can be on his
um
own.
he could be on his own, and whether he be a heel, going after the U.S. title, the Intercontinental title, he should be going after a title.
Yeah.
Um, he's that good. He's been that good since NXT, and like me and you always talked about when they kept pushing him up. I'm like, this is not a good idea, and you thought I was wrong, and then you start to see it. It's like, wait, they actually don't like, dude. I've been watching this for years. It is horrible.
Mhm.
So many people that they could push. If you're
Mhm.
not gonna push them when they get up there, leave them where they are. They were flourishing where they are.
Yeah.
Figure out a way to figure it out. I don't know, but I just don't bring them up just to make them disappear.
That's true.
So yeah, so with that led to a match because he pissed off Adam Pierce. Adam Pierce was hot Monday night.
Yeah.
He
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 was.
he, he was getting it done. It's like yeah. Other than the whole allowing himself to be pushed around at the end, which we'll get to that. Um, Penta versus Waller.
He did the best he could.
Penta, 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 penta.
He did the best he could. I don't want them to waste Penta, and they better not.
And I told you, him, Ray, just no, I don't want them in the WWE. Where's where's oh man, Legado del Fantasma.
Well, they're on SmackDown. However, um, the Garzas, they are the AAA tag team, so they're probably gonna be mostly doing tag team stuff in AAA.
They cut they girl months ago,
Yep, yep.
and then the leader he shows up, he talks a little smack. Other than that, you don't really see him.
I know. Like, what are they
Un-
doing with
more
Santos? Like, come on.
more waste, more
Like,
waste.
if that's the case, then they need to put him on AAA too.
Put him on AAA, or you got TNA. You got dude.
Something.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jesus. Ah, now to the part that I told you that I was going to talk about later.
Mhm.
As much as I love this tag team,
Mhm.
their promos are hard to watch. There always seems to be like an awkwardness between Charlotte and Alexa.
Charlexa.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I said, like, you can't put everybody together.
No.
And because I've seen them do better when they were opponents in terms of mic work. And I just, I don't, I just, I don't know if it's Charlotte and Alexa's just reacting because of how Charlotte's acting, or if it's the gimmick that they gave them in general. It's not popping, and Charlotte, she hasn't really popped that much since she got back, especially that whole thing with Tiffy.
Oh my God. Yeah, she said, but they've gone better because they said that she took it exceptionally personal when she talked about her marriages. So,
Which I could see, but even before that, it was like,
but she said that was a legit reaction.
did she know? Did she know that she was gonna mention it?
No, she said she did not. This is at a point of Players Tribune. She did not know, and that was a legit reaction.
The attacks, I'm guessing you mean.
Huh?
The attacks, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
When she mentioned the marriages, she's 0-3. She said she didn't know Tiffany was gonna say that, and that was legit.
I think they do that on purpose. Credit that to, I guess you could credit that to Eric, because Eric liked to do a bunch of that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that was a little rough. And then Sheamus and Sheamus and Russo spent the rest of the night fighting through everybody's
Yes,
everything.
yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
And then they went over Cena and Brock's return, um,
Mm-hmm.
which I guess it was good that I talked to my son because he kind of opened my eyes to the way I was looking at because I thought Brock was like completely screwed. It's
Yeah.
kind of like your name came up in it, bro. You're done. But I didn't really pay attention to the details to react to like, wait a minute, he unless he watched the videos, which we will never know,
No, we're not.
didn't do anything. So, um, so yeah,
But I'm thinking as okay. So I watch a lot of these content creators. So kicking it with Ross, who was like, this is probably Brock's last run too, because and I'm
he
thinking like,
and he they I think that's why they bouncing back and forth on what the reason was, why they're taking ownership,
hmm
and I would love to know how Stephanie is feeling about it.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
Granted, even with the details of him not fully participating, like you said, he knew about it. So from that, he knew something was going on that didn't seem right. So um
yeah,
so from that standpoint, like how does she feel? Like is that, is that gonna make her recoil again
yeah.
like she did when her dad returned, which kind
hmm
of gave you the vibe that whatever was being said had to have some truth to it. Because it's
hmm
awful ironic that they were up in arms when it first came
hmm
out. She disappears, then he leaves, and then she comes back. Then he comes back, then she leaves again,
Yeah,
and then he leaves for the final time, and then she starts showing up again,
yeah,
and then it becomes more permanent.
yeah.
So yeah, but we gave enough of that attention earlier. So now there's another title match between Judgment Day and Alexa. That
hmm
match,
mm.
I like Roxanne, but I hate when she screams and quote unquote
I know
starts
she does.
starts swinging on people.
I'm like, why are you doing that?
I get you're trying to make it believable, but here's the problem: the way you're swinging, we see you holding back on the punches,
hmm
and she's not the only one to do that. The Bellas were great at doing that too,
Yeah.
which was why I wasn't too high on them.
Wait a minute. Wasn't there a promo between Becky and Nikki?
There was
Okay, we'll get to it.
yes, yes. But the match was good for the most part. It had way more miscues than the pay-per-view match.
yeah.
Um, then the Kabuki Warriors and EO, and then Rhea,
hmm
and then EO and Rhea.
hmm
Ah, they got to figure out a way to officially end that, and it needs
Yeah,
to just be them.
I know
So
because I don't want her to be in no long ass feud like she was with Liv.
right, especially with people jumping in between it,
Hmm.
and it's like, dude, no, kind of like this thing with Sheamus and him winning the IC title.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
that's the only title he needs
for
to be a
Christ's
Grand
sake,
Slam,
just let the man win it, hold it for about 3 to 6 months,
and
and
then
boom.
move on. Cause I'm thinking
Um,
like Jay, the only thing he got to win is the U.S. title, and then he a Grand Slam champion.
then holy crap, this is what I get for writing while watching. Oh, I know what that says. So they went back over the Lyra and Becky, and then Bailey tried to
Oh
apologize,
yeah, yeah.
and then Dom from that earlier conversation, Dom ends up taking on Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee, I have liked him since he first
Yes,
shown up.
yes.
Um,
He's gonna be in that match too, that AAA match.
yeah, and they need to put some kind of title on him.
Something like they better stop playing with Dragon Lee.
Yeah, they need to put some kind of title on him at this point. Um,
I've been really impressed with Dragon Lee, Ray Phoenix. I mean, I've always watched them, but I
yeah,
mean, it's like Dragon Lee, Ray Phoenix, Penta. Like, come on.
yeah. So,
Yeah,
uh, okay, they taking this El Grande thing. They're they're going way too far with it.
yeah. It's too far. It's too far. I don't
Now
like
you
it.
got three of them just to prove that it's not Chad Gable, and
We
it's
know
like,
one is we know one is Lubick. We know, and
yeah,
it's like why they doing that to him? But then again, they don't know what to do with Lubick either.
right.
So
And which we talked about when he was with Gunther.
yeah,
And
so they
like
like they
I
took him
asked you if
away.
they break up, what they gonna do with him?
They took him away from Gunther, and it's like, okay, well you're just in the wind.
Although part of that was that little incident with Logan. I'm sure it has something to do with that incident with Logan and Tiffy too.
Yeah.
So,
So what?
um,
Get over it.
yeah, that's a question for Triple H and whoever else is running it.
Didn't he cheat on China with Stephanie? Oops, shouldn't have said that.
I thought it was the other way around. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, you had it
Mhm.
right. You had it right. Never
Mhm.
mind. Um, she got a lot of rumors floating around about her, but we'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
So we'll get through it. Um, let's see. Sammy vows to become world champ.
Okay.
I right. I need to see you do it.
Yeah.
And if that means you got to
And
go
I'm
heel to
ready.
do it,
Yeah,
I
and I'm
I
rooting for you. I hope you do.
right. Sheamus and Rusev do it again. And another thing to curb him, you already know there's going to be a match. I'm sure that there's going to be a match between him and Rusev because Rusev hit him. So now that's another distraction, which goes back to what Gunther kept trying to tell him, like, you too good of a good guy. You always allow yourself to be distracted.
Yeah.
So, so yeah. Uh, Becky, Rose, Nikki Bella.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I feel like that one was another one. And Nikki, she's gotten better, but to me, she was never. she was never it like everybody was like the
making her out to be.
yeah. I just yeah, she did better. Kudos. But there was still people that got better that were still way better. So when the Bellas got their push, I, I didn't care. People was asking me, did I watch that reality show? And I'm like, no.
I'm not gonna lie, I did, but
I didn't watch either
it
one
was
of them.
okay.
When it was all of them, and
Yeah,
it was when it was just about, I didn't watch neither one of them.
it
I
was
just
okay, but when they became mothers, if I had since I'm a mom, since I'm a mom, since I'm a mom, like shut up. I'm a mom too. Like I'm not gonna sit up there and just keep saying I'm a mom, I'm a mom, I'm a mom. Like
yeah.
we all went through it, okay? Like
She gets roasted. Then Alpha Academy confronts her, and she does the normal
yeah, she
heel
gonna take
move.
gonna take on Maxine. But
She
Maxine's
goes
been
for
training with
Maxine.
Natty. She's been
Uh,
training with Natty in the
she's in
dungeon.
training with Natty, but I'm sorry,
I know it's not. I know she's not gonna win. I know that.
she's not gonna win. And
But wouldn't it be funny if she did?
it would be absolutely hilarious. She wouldn't have it long because I'm sure by the next episode it would be back off of her.
No, I don't think
Um,
it's a title. It's not a title match, is it?
mhm.
Is it?
Well, Natty challenged her for the title,
Oh.
and she said she was on. And then when Natty was like, "Cool," she was like, "Not you, her."
Oh, okay,
So
okay. I didn't know it was
now,
for the title. Okay, well, shut my
so
mouth.
according to those words, unless they say otherwise, that's gonna be for the
Well,
title,
no, yeah, no, she's not gonna win that.
right? So, and then in comes the coup de grace, Seth and LA Knight. Another
Hmm.
match, doing great. Wait
Hmm.
for it. Wait for
Hmm.
it. In comes Punk. Now,
Hmm.
here's where I feel they messed up that whole scenario. Roman should have came in when they started beating down Punk. And what should have happened is what happened on the next night at NXT, which anybody that watched NXT, you know what happened between Moose, Oba,
Hmm.
you know what happened between them. That's the way it should have went down. But this constant, oh, we're beating down one person comes out, oh, we beat down that person. Oh, the third person comes out, oh, we beat down this person. Every week?
Yeah, and then they're saying that this might be the War Games match. But yeah, and then on top of that, he stole his shoes again.
That part,
The
that
shoe
part,
follow.
the Shula follow. Wow. I want to know whose idea that was.
I know.
I got this sneaky suspicion that after it went viral, I bet you it was Paul's.
Uh huh. He called him a
Um,
tribal thief and the Shula follow.
so yeah, other than that, the match was great. All the interference and the way they let it play out, I feel like the problem with the way they push the heel factions is that they let those triple and quadruple teams, they let it happen too many times where I just get bored with it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like they need a group. Like if they gonna continue this,
Well, they
um,
already got part of the group. The question is who's going to be the fourth man?
that's what I'm
Because
saying.
because Jimmy's busy,
Is
Jake's busy.
Is Jimmy busy?
Yeah.
What is he doing? Helping out
Uh,
Jacob?
yeah. And even
Well,
they
because you know he gonna come to Raw because Naomi's there now.
speaking of that,
Mm-hmm.
we've talked about Tiffy.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
When are the boyfriends going to get titles?
That's what I was thinking. Like, I was like, so they got Montez and Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
They got Jimmy and Naomi,
Mm-hmm.
Luvic and Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
And who are the most popular?
The
The
female.
girls.
Yeah.
Something like
Now,
that.
and here's the other part on that. We'll just talk about it now. Kalani, you notice that Kalani and him,
Mm-hmm.
they got a push. They ended up with an NXT title. And then even though Kalani stayed on NXT, Mr. Him goes to SmackDown.
Yep.
And now ain't neither one of them in no kind of title talks. I think Kalani may have gotten a shot, but you knew she wasn't
Mm-hmm.
gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like now she walking around angry. He walking around angry with Miz trying to put them back together, and he not feeling it at this point. So that means that they getting ready to fight. Um,
And then I saw like on SmackDown he said he's gonna get a title match. I was like a US title match. I was like, yes, please give Solo and another besides Jacob.
yeah, yeah. So
Um, yeah.
with
But
that, with that, NXT.
oh boy.
Mm-mm-mm. Blake Monroe.
Mariah May. I know.
Yeah, no, no, no. I'm not trying to get sued. Blake Monroe. Um, versus Kalani Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Kalani is an excellent wrestler. This whole trying to give her a main streak. You know how I feel about them trying to force main streaks on certain people, and it's not working, and they just keep going with it. I,
Mm-hmm.
now I will say that her in ring seems to match, but as soon as she gets on the microphone, I feel forced.
Mm-hmm.
I just and they put on a good match. They really did.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent match.
Mm-hmm. Mariah May. I'm sorry, Blank Monroe is very. She's very good.
Oh, oh, speaking of miscues, it didn't happen this week. It actually happened last week, I believe it did.
Mm-hmm.
Booker T.
Oh yeah, he kept going because he has a student um in his school. I can't think of what her name was.
Oh, wait, there's a story to this? Do tell.
Yeah, he's it's a student at his school with kind of a similar name, and so he kept getting her mixed up. I'm looking at this school now and see if I can find it. What
And
her name is.
the one analyst was really not nonchalant about it after
Yeah,
Booker
he
T
was like,
got there talking. Of course, he meant Blake Monroe.
yeah, but he was like, you like Michael Cole calling Candice LeRae Candice Michelle.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if they have it. Oh man, they don't have it. But anyway, it is a um wrestler with the name Monroe. I can't think of what her name is right now. So, but anywho, yeah.
He have been returning since 1945.
So I feel like
National.
Chase, you was just treading water again.
I don't even know why they even decided to put them back together. It was
Well, they
like stupid.
they needed something to do with with those two.
And I get it, but at the same time,
So and they really don't know.
You texted to me already, right? And that's it? Okay.
They, they,
um,
they really don't know what to do with Chase.
So your prayer partner
I,
there?
I know.
Hank and Tank, I'm glad they got the titles. It's nice to see the underdog has
Yeah.
the underdogs actually hold the titles and nobody come in and kill they thunder like they
Yeah.
have over the years. Because I've been
Yeah.
waiting on it. I have been waiting on it.
Yeah.
But the thing is like they really don't have nobody over there like big enough.
Mhm.
Like say if they still had AOP and AOP just happened to show up when Hank and Tank, because I
Yeah.
think they did show back up over there, but they didn't. But that wasn't Hank and Tank weren't the ones that had the titles. So, um, had that happened, then I would have knew like kind of like with the I was messing with you. I ended up being wrong on that because I thought your boy Jay. You remember when I was telling you, um, when Seth officially hooked up with Paul, and I said, you know, Jay about to lose his title, right? And you were mad and you weren't trying to
I
hear
was
it.
so. Oh my God. You already know. I was heated. Like you, some of them. But you know what? They took the title off of Jay so that Goldberg could get a title match. Like what was the for what?
Already ran in here.
I just didn't understand that.
The Cullen. How do you feel about the Cullen?
I think they would be good if they got had them have something to do.
Yeah, I would love to see Sean Spears more. I feel like I.
Exactly.
What was the point of putting him in that first match just to turn around and make him management?
Oh, I don't know.
Tell me he's injured. I mean, what? What? How do you do
I
that?
don't think he's injured. I don't know.
He puts on a banger, and then now you use him sparingly. Now he's more of a manager role. He's more of a leader role. He doesn't wrestle.
I'm
Um,
teaching the children.
Thea calls out Naya.
I know that was stupid.
Yeah, I watched it twice, and I still can't believe it got done once. I'm like, I mean, I get the whole David versus Goliath thing. I get the premise. No,
You're right.
no.
That we don't want to do
Um,
that.
and then her and Lash Legend get into it,
Yeah.
and
Then they
and
fight like in the
and then they pulled the Sheamus versus
Yeah.
Rusev 2.0 as I wrote in
Yeah.
my notes. They spent most of the rest of NXT fighting each other. Um, I liked Miles.
Okay. He kept calling her Monica Monroe.
Yeah,
Okay, but that's okay. But yeah, go
right.
back to what you were saying.
Miles and Lexus. I loved that match
Yeah.
until the end.
Yeah. I like Miles. I really like him.
Yeah, and Lexus is doing this thing.
Oh yeah. I
It's
like BPJ.
it's not leading him to towards a title. He kind of in limbo, but at least he's still got somewhat of a presence at
Yeah.
this point. The
I
way they're
like
doing,
BPJ. So, um, even though I know he want to be Lexus, I know. But
Yeah.
I call him Brian Pillman Jr. Ooh, Bishop Khan. Hmm.
Oba Sparks.
Obafemi?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. What did I write here?
Ooh,
Oba. Oh, okay. Sorry. Couldn't read my writing. I was writing so fast while I was
yeah,
trying to stay paying attention and watching.
yeah.
I, are you feeling Trick's character at this point?
Yeah.
How so?
I'm giving it I'm giving it a, he's kind of putting, okay, okay. Let me put this down. It is a little outlandish, but I'm thinking that they kept comparing him to Carmelo, so he kind of got tired of that because he wanted to be his own person, and I'm glad that he's trying to be his own person. I don't think he needs to be that outlandish though.
But, but he called himself him. He said,
Um,
"I'm him now."
I know,
You don't want
I
to be
know.
compared to. That's like Dwight Howard when he said he wasn't going to the Lakers. When he first went when Kobe was there.
Yeah,
Like, no, I'm not gonna I don't want to be like Shaq. Y'all calling me Superman, and he already upset with me. I don't want to go to the Lakers and be like him. And then what did he do? He went to the Lakers. It
but
didn't
I
go
think he
well.
kind of, I know he shouldn't be calling himself him. The trick and A and all that stuff is like,
Trick and
okay,
Trick and A is like what?
yeah,
Like, come on, come on, production truck. I could have came up with that. Y'all could do better.
yeah. But I
Y'all,
think
y'all,
that
y'all
he's,
got journalism degrees.
but of course, I'm a huge Trick fan, so he's in that category. But
I'm surprised he don't bust out laughing every time he says Trick and
he
A.
probably does, but he just got to keep it.
Like
Because I
Trick
know
and
I
A.
would, yeah.
Like,
But I
like
think he does that to get on their nerves. Um, but yeah. But my thing is this: they got these WWE stars, Trick, JC, winning their titles, but they haven't won their titles.
right. Where are the new opponents for the WWE titles, including Oba's, because Oba is literally running out of people that you can legitimately put him in the ring with.
Yeah. So I mean, come on.
And then Dark State is Nexus. I'm sorry, they are Nexus 2.0,
Yes, they
especially
are.
after that promo they cut.
Yeah.
That one
Yeah.
dude channeled his inner Tony Storm, and you saw everybody pause and look at him like, the hell did you just
Yeah.
get
I
out of
know.
the
We
way?
we look. They were like, "Hey, yo." Like, hey, yo.
like, nah, you round the brothers, bro. That don't work around here.
Yeah. They everybody looks at them like the record stopped. Like, what?
Which made it kind of funny
Yeah.
because it was like because that would be like a legit like if you got a bunch of brothers and the white guy say somewhere like
Yeah. Like,
whoa
hey, yo.
don't be no don't be messing with our reputation like that
Yeah.
no that's if you want to stay cool with us that's what you're not gonna do.
You know who
um
got a lot of charisma though in that group? Saquon Sugars.
is that the one because I don't
He's the one with the. He's the darker skinned guy with the locks.
he always talking all crazy
Yeah.
like he on like five energy drinks.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I like him. He got a lot of charisma.
yeah, yeah. But the rest of them, I kind of feel like since the show Evolve is a thing,
I like what's her name? Callie Armstrong.
I, I like her wrestling ability, but I hate to keep using that F word. I just her character. I feel like it's like that she's forcing it like over the top, and
Hmm.
I get it, but it's different. The reason why it's different for her, she's on Evolve. I know she's learning, so it has a. When I say it's forced for her, it's a. I hope to see some improvement on that because that's where you know.
Do you think that Evolve is now the developmental brand for
Yes,
WWE
yeah, yeah.
and not
That's
NXT anymore?
no. Ever since they became NXT 2.0, they stopped being a developmental brand.
Yeah,
They said that when it became 2.0 and Evolve basically
yeah.
said this is where people are going to be coming, and that's why
Hmm.
a lot of wrestlers that had been in the WWE but they weren't really going anywhere character wise started showing up.
Yeah, like Wendy Choo and
And Nafre, which there's nothing. The only thing
yeah.
you can do with Wendy Chu that would help her out, you either put her in the culling or you put her with the Wyatts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Her and Nikki Cross.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine?
It just especially with her not having especially with her not having a character. The old Dexter Loomis, you could have seen them two being a pair.
Hmm.
Like neither one of them talk, but they get in the ring and mop the floor with you. It's so um but yeah, that whole and then the NQCC comes up and Ren Ren is talking to Charlie
Yeah.
and apparently she's become enamored
Yeah.
with Joe
Say his
Hendry.
name and he appears.
Right. And then he pops out of a little
A
refrigerator.
refrigerator.
I'm like I'm like, okay, this just got a thumbs up for me. Like, dude,
Yeah.
how how did you? How long did you sit in that refrigerator before you
Right.
popped out? Granted, they stayed focused on them two, so he could have only been in there for a few seconds. But
Yeah.
even a few seconds of being crouched in that little refrigerator,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
Oh my goodness. And then
that's some serious serious good shape you're
and
in,
then
man.
Charlie Dempsey. I mean, Regal spit him out.
And when are they gonna, for Christ's sake, really push him? I've always liked his wrestling ability, even
Yeah.
if I get that his mic presence, if they were to say his mic presence is holding him back, I kind of get that. But there's gonna be those type of characters that, like with Gunther,
Hmm.
Gunther's mic presence ain't is about as impressive as Lance Storm's was.
Yeah.
So, but his in-ring ability, like Lance Storm's, that's what you wanted to see.
Hmm.
It's like, yeah, you give him a script, you factor in the fact that he's from Austria,
Yeah.
so that accent it's not gonna pop, but you can make it
But
pop
it's
depending.
not that. But his accent is not that strong to me.
But it's monotone and it never really, unless he like literally screams at you, it
Yeah.
never changes.
That's true.
And that's the thing that they always dinged. That's what they dinged Benoit over in WCW and the WWE. It was like
Hmm.
his mic work, which basically it that's what it was. It's to put it one way, you know how in whether it's football or basketball or even in rap music, if you got to have a certain quote unquote swag
Hmm.
or you cool, like even if what you putting out is like as great as the swag that's on somebody else that may not be as great, at what they actually supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So, um, but yeah. So, and then, hmm, what did you think of the Yoshiki and Stacks match, especially the ending and what it's potentially looking like?
Mm.
I thought the match went pretty well. I like Yoshiki.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't.
Stacks,
I'm
I
trying to
gotta,
think.
I
Did I?
gotta get more. I gotta get more of him on his own, which apparently I'm not gonna get that because apparently now that TNA and the WWE have linked up, now Ariana is back over there, and apparently her and Stacks are a thing. Um,
And that's in real life.
and then what's going on with Josh Briggs? Is he gonna become a part of that, and she's gonna be the management, and she's which is weird because she wasn't that bad of a wrestler. I don't know why they kept putting her in matches and then not showing her for months.
Who?
Ariana,
RZA? Ariana Grace?
yeah,
Because she went to work with her dad for a minute.
yeah, but even before that, she'd be in a match and then it'd
I
be
know.
like
I know.
it'd be a while, and she was another one of those we would discuss like, yeah, they don't know what to do with her,
Yeah.
and even though, I mean, there was plenty of people they could have put her in matches with, but for some odd reason they didn't want to pull the trigger. Um, What do you think is going to come of that Josh Briggs before we move on getting toward the end here
I think he gonna
of
turn.
NXT?
He gonna fully fledged turn.
Do you think that they're going to be able to put on a good, one match, two matches, three matches? What's your thoughts?
I guess it depends on how the first one goes. Um, if they gonna do if they put on a good match like the first one, then they'll
Hmm.
probably do a series. But it'll probably be a good maybe three.
Gotcha. All right. With that, Ethan Page,
I like
champ,
Ethan Page. Ethan Page is so cool.
he is, and he's nice and he's vicious.
Yeah.
I just the one sidedness and the constant one sidedness and the attacks to where the person ain't 100%. I feel takes away from the match that they can put on because
Yeah.
I've always known that Ethan could wrestle.
Yeah. It is
You
so
know,
funny how you see these people, like you watch them from other promotions, like when they were on indies,
yeah,
and it was like, oh my gosh, like they're doing what I've always known. Uh, but yeah, Ethan, um, yeah. Who is he facing again? Rick?
Tavion.
Oh my God, that's gonna bang.
He ain't gonna win, but yeah,
Okay, but it's still gonna bang.
yeah. But you know me, I got to have when I see the match, I got to be able to look at it and not automatically go, yeah, they ain't winning, or else I'm not as fully as vested as I could be.
Hmm.
And uh, that whole thing with Chelsea coming out during the promo,
Yeah, I didn't like that. I
and
like.
the thing that made me okay with it was how slick Tavion was punching past her and hitting Ethan. That I liked. Because seeing that there was no other females out there, I'm like, is another female gonna come out and make this give this some pop?
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm not feeling it right now. And that wasn't to say that what she did was wrong, because that whole supporting Canada and getting ready to do the Canada anthem,
Yeah, like Ethan,
that
keep,
was
keep
that
your
was
day
kind of
job,
funny.
boo. Yeah, keep your day
And
job, boo.
that was kind of funny, and the fact that Ethan didn't say nothing when um when she basically said she was number one over him. I was like, wait, I'm expecting Ethan to jump in here.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
But 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 yeah, then we go to Kalani and Lola.
Uh-huh.
Lola held a title, and then she kind of disappeared. Like everybody else that seems to be winning titles on that show lately. You win the title, you disappear. And then you start going back to tag teams
Yeah.
and doing the small fry stuff. Zarya and Soruka.
I Why are they not pushing Zarya?
I don't know, and it seems like is it just me or does it seem like they're actually going away from the potential heel turn that they were showing within the past couple of months? I would love to know why. Um, because I was smelling heel turn,
Hmm.
and obviously when she's in the ring, she does pretty well. Um,
She's the female version of Brock Lesnar. She does the F5.
yeah. All
And then
right.
I read, I'm not 100% sure, of course, but I read that they're thinking about calling Soul Ruka up.
I'm not trying to, as a person that has never really gotten to go where they really wanted to go, I'm not trying to kill nobody's shine, but for Christ's sake, what are you gonna do with them?
Yeah,
I'm tired of watching all these people go up.
they flap in the wind.
Yeah, and that's what most of them are doing now. Julie, out of everybody that they put up there, Julia and I'm sure Stephanie's is coming, and she's getting somebody's title.
Yeah,
Will it
she's supposed to.
necessarily
She's
be
supposed to.
Naomi?
Yeah,
I
because
don't.
they supposed to be doing that on Clash in Paris.
You gonna be okay with that?
I am. I'm a Stephanie Becaire fan, but even though I love Naomi, but I still like Stephanie Becaire.
If she does lose the title, will do you think we will see the official end of the Jade versus Jade versus Naomi, or will that be another way that they could possibly? I know I said a scenario where they could involve the title, but that is the normal way they do it.
Yeah,
They have the person lose the title, and then all of a sudden you find out why.
yeah,
And so if they set that up so that they could set up that scenario that I set up, only the title's not involved, would you be okay with that? Because that would still set everything up to where it ends up being Bianca and Naomi versus Jade.
yeah,
Or they can do it to where they end their trilogy and then at the end Bianca shows up opening the door to yeah, they're a clique, but yeah, I'm here to take care of you, Jade.
yeah, yeah,
Cause the one thing that never made any sense when she was going after when Jade was going after Naomi, the death stare that her and Bianca were
yeah.
always
All the
giving each
time.
other.
Yeah, the tension. Yeah, that tension.
Like, wait, why y'all got tension if Naomi did everything? That was the part of me that I felt like that's what screwed up that whole scenario because I kept wondering like what is that about? If
Yeah,
you got no beef with Jade and because Naomi did everything, she has no beef with you. Why y'all looking at each other? It's one
yeah,
thing when it happens like during a match that y'all are both involved in and only one could win. That makes sense. This right here does not.
yeah,
Cause that's just mean that y'all cool.
yeah.
So who will be the heel? If that match between her and Bianca does happen, her or Bianca, who do you think?
In my heart, I would love to see Bianca be the heel because I think she need a character change.
It's been a while.
Um, but if they play it out, it'll probably be Jade.
And then if Jay does turn heel, that pretty much doesn't bode well for anybody, for any of the females holding the title. Don't you think? So with that, Tatum versus Soruka, that match I think would have been way better if Tatum wasn't with the culling.
Mm-hmm.
Because they essentially lost her that match. I love Soruka's move though.
Oh yeah, the Soul Snatcher. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, feeling it, feeling it, feeling it. Okay, I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna try to go a little faster because I know we've been at this a while. Had it not been for SmackDown, we would have gotten. I mean, SummerSlam, we would have gotten through this a lot faster.
Yeah.
Um, which speaking of, I just realized we didn't talk about SmackDown.
No, we didn't.
No,
Hmm.
no, we talked about SummerSlam, Raw, NXT. Oh no, that is horrible. I lost my notes.
Oh,
All right. Um. Hmm.
wouldn't it be so cool if Jacob got a crew and it's Zilla, Lance, and Juicy?
I want to see some of these people on their own.
I do too.
I get it. I get it that
But I mean,
probably
they can be not like they have to be a crew, but just like if they getting jumped or something, that's who they come out like that. Be Jacob, Zilla, Juicy, and Lance. Somebody new.
yeah. Um do something real quick.
And it's
That
cool because Juicy lost a lot of weight too.
all right. While I'm pivoting, let's go ahead and talk about Dynamite. Um MJF comes out, cuts promo.
Oh,
Oh, what was that?
it's just the same old, same old.
Well, I mean it.
I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I get it, but
Hmm. Yeah, because at the end of the day, as long as the fans continue to
yay! He gonna keep doing it, so I get it.
yeah, so and then Moxley takes on Speedball. Wow.
Mhm.
The whole time, anybody that watches AEW every week, I'm sorry,
That's me.
with everything that I have seen done to the faces, push him over the side of that stairwell. Do it.
Yeah, he was going to, but they stopped him.
Yeah, but I knew they were gonna stop him because how long it took him to do it. It's like
Yeah.
it's like my God, I could have stopped you as long as you took to do it.
Right.
It was like it just like I said, he gets him to the stairs, and then all of a sudden it's, oh, I'm having a problem getting him over. Okay, you having a problem getting him over? There's a perfectly good set of stairs right next to you. Push,
Hey, yeah, kick something.
push, and then when he gets to the bottom, if you think you can pull it off without killing yourself, do a do a coffin drop on it.
Something.
I told you I'm sadistic.
Yeah, something.
I am straight sadistic. Uh, you know,
What's their next pay per view?
Forbidden Door.
Okay, yeah, he did challenge him because he stapled that thing to
and
Yuta's head. Yeah.
if
Okay.
Marina Shafir had pulled him out of the way, she was going to run him off.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think. I'm sorry. That's what I don't like. If he was heel, obviously they would have put a fake body in there,
Yeah.
but he would have ran him over. So why can't the good guy do it? If we can sit up here and see Batman and Superman go rogue,
Uh-huh.
it's it's okay.
Yeah.
Just have them explain why they did it, and it'll all be fine.
You think
I'm,
Osprey will be back by Forbidden Door? Only thing is, I'm just kind of eh, because he is having neck issues, and although he don't need neck surgery, you
his
gonna
body is
heal.
telling him,
Yeah, you gonna just heal up for a couple of months and be like, oh yeah, I'll be back. Like, no, that's serious.
but that's what a lot of them do. That's why it ends up getting worse.
Yeah.
Whether it's football, basketball, baseball, rugby, soccer, whatever it
Yeah.
is they love it so much that plus that thought of uh, showing weakness, and people like literally take that to the head, not understanding. Just like the first time I met Jeff Hardy, and it was during the TNA.
You met Jeff Hardy?
I've met him like 3 times. You remember when the Aces and Ace were in TNA?
Mhm.
You remember that was the last wrestling show that was in Cincinnati Gardens? I was at that show,
Oh yeah.
and I
I did go to a TNA show in Cincinnati Gardens. But go ahead.
um, but so what ended up happening was I had a friend of mine that I knew at the time that she knew I was there too. But I was like, how they come walking down the ramp. I was like a person or two away from the corner, so I was right there at the ring. And
Hey.
so when Kurt Angle kind of fell against the railing, he was right in front of me. I tapped him on the shoulder.
Hey, look
And
at that.
but what ended up happening was I was about to leave, and I was wearing my WWE Hardy Boys jersey. And just as I was about to leave out the door, my friend was like, "Hey, Jeff Hardy is signing stuff." So I come back in, and just as I was walking up, he was getting the last person. He was in a lot of pain because he decided that it was a good idea to do a swanton bomb onto the steel steps.
Yeah.
So he was in a lot of pain,
Smart
and I
Jeff.
and I caught him, and I said, "Hey Jeff, can I get an autograph?" And I kind of held my hands up like this, and he saw the WWE jersey, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And he signed my jersey. Matter of fact, he came this way for because he has his own band. He came
Hmm.
this way, and that was the other 2 times that
Yeah.
I did the meet and greet with him.
Peroxide gin or something like that.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
so that was the other 2 times that I did the meet and greet with him. And
Okay.
matter of fact, I got a picture. I gotta find it. Um, that little move he does like this. Me and him got a picture doing
Oh,
like that. So, and I'm wearing his little. You know how he had those little things on his arm with the holes in
yeah.
it. Well, the WWE sold some. They were white, but they didn't have like the holes in them. They just had like what looked like pink skin. So and I had those on. So but
Speaking,
I
speaking
looked
of,
at him.
yeah.
I looked at him and I said, Jeff, I love you to death and you entertain me, but bro, you got to think about your body. There's life after wrestling, bro. And he just kind of shook his head. And he's like,
Yeah.
thanks, man. I was like, man, you be safe, man. Take it easy.
Yeah.
It's like a lot. I love seeing the death defying stuff, but dude, my back hurt when he hit them
And
steel
you
steps.
still doing that, and you are 47 years old. Like, come on, don't.
I'm like, dude, he's literally gonna be up in the nursing home like this.
Yeah. Like, I look at Mick Foley. He got to walk with a walker
Yeah,
because all the stuff he was doing.
yeah,
You
and that's
look
why
at the
it.
Undertaker and even Hulk Hogan when he was, when he was here, they be
Yeah.
walking off slow and stuff. Like, y'all gotta chill.
And when he tried to run after he ran over the rock in that car, God, that was so funny.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
That was that
Speaking
was
of,
so funny. That went viral on social media for like a good month,
yeah,
a good couple of months. It's like, oh God,
no,
and then the fact that they ruined that Triple H Sting match. I'm
yeah,
sorry, I
oh
don't
my
want to
god,
see DX and NWO right then. I don't.
no.
But enough
It
about
should have
that.
been. It should have been. Sting should have won first off, and it should have been no interference. If that was the
Yes.
case, then it should have been after everything was
Yeah.
said and done.
Yeah. Same thing with Brock going rogue. I actually would have rather have seen the Wyatts and Undertaker beats him, but then they attack him and end his career
Yeah.
after. But um Darby. I
Hmm.
did like him kidnapping Yuta. That was nice. And then that gave Speedball the win because as they put it on the show, Darby's living in Moxley's head. Marina Shafir was the person I was talking about earlier that should be going for titles. They really should.
Hmm.
She should be going for titles. Or a lot more guys should be able to do to her what Cowboy did to her
Yeah.
without repercussion.
I thought that she would. I mean, I guess they want to do that, keep it separate. She'll work with her husband, but I guess not.
Mm, I don't know, but
Her husband is Roderick Strong, so
ooh. I'm sorry, I meant to ask you a question from the WWE. Speaking of people working together, how long until the power couple actually joins?
the power couple.
You know who the new power couple is. They're not making them a thing. They're keeping them separate right now. But you know that they would get more
Is
pop if
that
they
WWE?
yeah,
Becky and Seth?
yeah. How long until they add her to the vision? Because they're clearly at least especially more on Becky's side than on Seth's, but she seems to be coming up and his name is always coming up and her talking about she's supporting her hot husband and
The thing with that, um, I've read in interviews with them when when they did that before, um, with it was Lacey and Baron and against Becky and Seth.
mhm.
They said they didn't like teaming with each other because they wanted to do their own thing. And it's the same with Montez and Bianca, uh, Jimmy and Naomi.
Yeah, because BFAB did BFAB.
Yeah.
She's still learning, and her being with the Street Profits makes no sense. But um,
So I don't know. It could change.
Right.
But I just don't know.
I feel like they're putting the feelers out there just to see what would happen. The 4-way match. What did you think?
The 4-way match.
Aminata, Windsor,
Oh,
Sky Blue, Billy Starks.
I liked it, and I can't say I'm mad at who won. Um, but I really wanted Aminata to win. Um, but I'm not mad at who won.
Yeah, yeah, for her push because they had to build her up for um
I know if we,
the CEO.
yeah, if we can't get Will, we got to get her right.
Matter of fact,
Just kidding.
I'm gonna try to keep pushing through this. But speaking of the CEO, I am gonna ask something towards the end, but I'm gonna try to get through all of them before I get to it,
Hmm.
just so we can keep it moving.
Hmm.
So I love what they're doing with the Young Bucks. My God, it's so
Yes,
funny.
yes. He said that. You hear how he was reading.
That was great. He was like, and tell them to read it word for word. He was
Yeah,
like,
exactly what he did. Is exactly what he did. Justin, do you think you're funny? Question mark. We are the young bucks! Exclamation point. It was so funny.
oh, and then the pyro.
Yeah,
Oh my
got
God.
little sparklers and stuff, and then
Yeah.
the music, and then the thing wouldn't rise up. Oh, it was hilarious.
Right. It was yeah, that was now if they could keep pulling stuff off like that from an entertainment standpoint,
Yeah,
then that would just be awesome. Now
yeah.
don't run it into the ground just because it's hitting,
Right,
but
right.
like eventually give them their music, give them
Yeah.
their pyro, um, because however you feel about when they were the EVPs, that aside, they are the young bucks and they
Mhm.
do deserve their flowers, right?
Yeah.
So Kyle Fletcher, I feel like I would like
Oh
Kyle
my
Fletcher
gosh.
so much more if he wasn't with Don Callis.
I know. He needs to break away. He needs to go. Get away from him. Other than that, Kyle Fletcher is like
I just
a
I
okay in my book.
yeah,
But
I
he
just
just needs to,
he puts on bangers and
yeah,
just no matter who he's in the ring with, he puts on bangers.
he
And
just needs to separate from Don Callis. He don't need him anymore.
he's definitely the proto star, and
Hmm.
I think that he would be even more of a proto star if he didn't have Don Callis. No offense to
Yep.
Don Callis. Don Callis
Don Callis
is
can go get some younger talent to manage. Like, I mean, even though I don't see Takeshita, but Takeshita don't really need him either. But he can
right.
do,
He was another one. I like
yeah,
Takeshita, but every time I see Takeshita, I see Don Callis, and I go,
yeah,
eh.
yeah. But he
It's like
can, he can go ahead and he can manage the Beast Mortos, and do all of those people. And
Lance Archer,
yeah, he don't need Okada, he don't need Takeshita, and he don't need Kyle Fletcher.
right?
They can go on their own.
Do you think they will ever let them go on now?
I think they will, but they're gonna have to fight for it. Just like
Mm,
Will.
which is crazy.
Hmm.
Um, Bandito and Brody versus the Young Bucks.
The right team won.
Yeah, yeah. The right team won the match. The match was great. I feel
Hmm.
like there should be more for Brody,
I know.
especially
That's why.
seeing
That's why I said the right team won, because I like Brody Lee. I keep calling. I'm calling Brody Lee. My bad, Brody King.
especially with uh Murphy
Yeah.
being gone, and I
He
don't know
had
if
to
you.
have hip surgery.
Yeah, I saw the picture with
Hmm.
him and Rhea, and but yeah, so MJF officially voted out. Thank you. I just thank you for not running that into the ground and making them go away from their story,
Yeah.
which is they hurt people. It's
Mm-hmm.
all about for the good of the team.
We heard
Or
people. We
right.
heard people.
I'm glad they stopped playing the that song for it because it sounded so generic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was kind of getting the back in the day WWE entry music vibes. Um, so I like the fact that they let the crowd sing it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he's officially voted out. And
Yep.
then the part I really loved was the part at the end where he said, where MVP tells him, I, I still care about you, so I want you to fail.
Yeah.
Because if you don't fail, he might as well have said, Bobby's gonna kill you.
Yep.
Bobby's gonna kill you. But now that urges the question because they are on a collision course.
Mm-hmm.
Who ends up backing MJF because they can't help themselves. He's gonna be with a clique. They can't let him go too long by himself, which is weird because he has excellent mic presence to go by himself. He
Who's
has
gonna
the
back up MJ?
he has the dirty side to get it done.
Hmm. That's gonna be a shocker. Because I don't really see anybody, but yeah, that's gonna be a shocker.
Yeah, because they putting everybody together in these 4 and 5 people cliques, and
Look,
and
it's
it
Don Callis.
right, and then Ricochet.
Oh my God! If he don't get rid of that, aha, we gonna fight.
Nope, he's got to have a shtick.
Oh,
I don't feel like they're
I was
pushing
like
him
Samantha girl.
right. Um, I don't feel like they're pushing him as well as they could be. I think they're starting to,
Hmm.
but
I
I just
know,
didn't.
but he's with Bishop Khan. Whew,
Yeah,
Bishop Khan. Anyway, that's my girl stuff.
gotcha. So Swerve starts talking to
Okada.
Okada.
Oh yeah,
That
that's gonna be
is
good. That's gonna be a good match.
where can I watch their pay-per-views again?
They have them on Prime, but you gotta pay for it. But they do upload them on HBO Max.
So
I
that's
don't know.
probably
I don't know how far they are, but
gotcha. I'll have to try to jump on there because I got a way to get on there thanks to an ex of mine. Although it's not completely free because I pay for her spot that she has on my my Netflix. So it's a trade.
oh, I got
I
another. I got another thing. We'll wait till the end for that though.
Mark Briscoe speaks. I'm sorry. I kind of feel like we spoke on this. I can't get excited for his matches because I know how they're gonna end. It's like no matter how good he does, it's gonna turn out like I think he's gonna lose. What what's my what's
Is
the
that
get?
a him problem or a they problem?
That's definitely a they problem. They
Yeah.
do they do it with a lot of people. WWE does it with a lot of
Yep.
people. TNA when I was able to watch all the time used to
Yeah.
do it with certain people. It's just there gets a certain point where the veteran is still there and they just start losing, and it's
Yeah.
like
To put the youngins over.
and
It's
I
like,
while I get that, but you're kind of pushing him like he's still going to be somewhat relevant. And it's like, no, do one or the other. Don't push him like he's still going to be relevant and have him in tag title matches and have him taking on people that's got titles. And then you got him losing all the time. It's just,
Yeah.
unless one of the young people is the one uh that that's holding the title that he's putting over, that I
Mhm.
could see, and even that I don't want to see a lot.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Queen Aminata speaks.
I like Aminata. She's
She's definitely every week.
she's the one and only.
She definitely I like her demeanor. She always gives up a vibe of um strong, yet doesn't come off too aggressive.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't like about Callie Sparks. You can be strong, but I don't want you to be so strong that it could be misinterpreted for ratchet or ghetto. Which don't get me wrong, I understand where she grew up, but there's a such thing as being a chameleon. You
Mhm.
leave you when you're in that environment, you do that. When you're outside that environment, if you want somebody to see you different, then you got to show them different. You can't show
Yeah.
them the environment that you grew up in and yet want them to see you like you can be distinguished and mild mannered and things of that sort. That's the tricky part about being yourself that I always find.
Yeah.
Um, but MJF, Mark Briscoe, I didn't have a lot of investment in this match. I knew who was gonna win. I didn't realize that they were going that MJF was gonna win controversially, so that kind of surprised me. And then Cowboy coming out,
Yeah.
which I thought his music was gonna hit before he hit him with the ring, but as I as I know, I can't be right all the time. Um, Collision. That was a banger match. Ishii versus Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a banger match.
Yeah.
Um, I like Ishii. I like Shibata. Even though I believe that they did it in one of the tournaments, I would love to see them go one on one.
Hmm.
And what's this thing with Kyle O'Reilly, and now they're gonna end up making him have to choose which faction he's in.
I don't know.
I feel like that's coming
Yeah.
because you get the vibe. Because every time the conglomeration sees him with Roderick, they just you could tell they get at that. How can you be over there? Look.
Yeah.
Um, so that's coming. That's going to be interesting, but they're going to need a third person. And how's Mark? Which I guess the third person is Mark Briscoe.
Mhm.
And then ultimately, who does he pick?
Right.
Does he pick his original bros that he won plenty of titles with, or does he pick his new AEW bros that
Mm.
that that he was cool with? Which way do you think he should go?
I think he should go with marking them.
Really?
Yeah, because it's new. But then
Okay.
again, um, But then again, you know, he knew Mark for a long, long time.
Yeah,
So, um,
yeah, because their days in ROH. Yeah.
hmm
Um. Okay, so
I mean, honestly, because um, Adam is not there,
right.
so it's really what they gonna do.
And as much as they want to bring the nostalgia back, as much as I hate to burst their bubble,
Hmm
that that whole clique is not as good. You're not as good pulling that off without Bobby Fish. I mean, and that's not taken away from their talent. That's not taken away from their mic work,
Yeah,
but just you're used to seeing it was four of them. And when it
yeah,
came to the tag team, Kyle and Bobby Fish, of all the times that they tagged the different mixes, that's why they ended up going with Kyle and Bobby Fish because they went the best together.
yeah. They were Red Dragon.
Yeah, and boy did that work. So, all right, so Bill and Brian Keith are pissed off at Juice
Yeah,
Robinson and the Bang Bang Gang. So
yeah.
they screw up a perfectly good match between Juice Robinson and Ricochet. Um, which is now going to open the door to the Bang Bang Gang going after Bill and Brian Keith. I feel like they're grasping at straws with
hmm
these two, especially with Chris gone.
hmm
They're grasping at straws, and the same issue that Big Bill had in the WWE becomes more and more apparent every time he gets on the microphone. It just he's cool. I'm not saying fire him. I'm not saying release him, but you're trying to push him.
Yeah.
I feel like his ceiling only goes up. His ceiling is not as tall as he is,
Big
unfortunately.
Big Bill.
Yeah.
Hmm
Brian Keith, I don't know a whole lot about him other than when he hooked up with Big Bill and Jericho.
Yeah.
So, but I do kind of like his character. I feel I kind of wonder what he would be like if he was on his own or with
Yeah.
or with
He had that
somebody.
match with Eddie Kingston, which got him signed to the company.
Yeah, or at least have him with somebody not Big Bill. Um, which I know would probably end in Big Bill getting released. Um, possibly. Well, you saw what happened last time.
Yeah. I got yeah.
Uh, they had bad timing on it because he was injured and in the hospital when they did it. So that wasn't too cool.
Yeah.
But as soon as his tag team partner got fired, they tried. WWE did try to push him, and then he ended up injured. And then
Yeah.
they said, okay, um, all right, who we cutting? And like, well, we got to cut him. It's like,
You know.
dude, he's in the hospital
I
injured.
they in all reality in that he has some issues. Um
Well, yeah, I know one of his issues that they had. I may not know like all of them, but I know one of them he had. He wasn't that he wasn't as big as they were trying to push him.
yeah, and he pissed off I think Daniel Bryan, I think.
Oh, I didn't hear about that part.
Yeah, he's supposed to have a match with him, but I think it was him or somebody he pissed off, and they were like, mm-mm, not
Got
even.
it. Got it. So, Gates of Agony
Woo!
put the opening. And
Bishop
then
Khan.
Big Bill lays out Juice Robinson.
Yep. I know. I just saw on Instagram a promo that Juice Robinson did. I'm gonna listen to it when we get off of here.
I got you. Let me know where it's at. If it's on TikTok, send it to my brand messenger because I don't personally have TikTok. Um, okay, Max Caster, what are your thoughts on him?
He's good for what he's good for.
I'm surprised that he's getting over.
Yeah.
Um, I do think he's funny.
Let's go, Max. You're the best wrestler up.
God, that is so cheesy that you hear it so many times and you end up laughing at it
Yeah.
because it's so stupid. It's offbeat.
Yeah.
It's like good Lord. But then it kind of grows on you. So I understand how he got over. It's kind of a just beat them over the head until they like it.
Yeah.
But
And that's exactly what it was. Hmm.
so and then now there's a beef with um
Billy Gunn and
Billy
Bowens.
Gunn and
Bowens.
Anthony Bowens. Yeah. And I'm like, that part is where I kind of got confused. I'm like, wait, y'all both were mad at Max and now y'all mad at each other?
Because he's not pushing him. He's not getting the big spotlight like he's supposed to get.
You're not going to. That is the downside. If it was
Look
the
at Hobbs.
if he was the WWE, he wouldn't have a job and you know it.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. That's the way the ball bounced, boo.
I was telling my son about that, and I had actually unfortunately forgotten Darren Young's name.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta you gotta understand what is more likely going to happen if you do it. Michael Sam's, for all that talk and the controversy, I don't think he lasted more than a year. I'll look it up and
Mm,
I'll talk about it next year
yeah.
to see how long he lasted. But that whole thing,
Here today, gone tomorrow.
matter of fact, that's when Darren came out because he saw that and he decided to come out. And next thing you knew, Primetime Players broke up, and they did. I will give them their due. I won't just act like they tried to push him, but it didn't go over like it
Look,
did
look
when
what
he.
they did to Chris Canyon. Who better than Canyon?
Well, as much as that is a part of it, the other part of it was the main part of it was they weren't trying to push everybody in WCW anyway. So if you were lucky enough to make it, they you basically ended up jobbed. Although you ended up a jobber.
Hmm.
So and a lot of them were jobbers and although from what I ended up finding out, Saturn kind of brought it on himself because he pissed off somebody.
Yep.
And
Did he legitimately hurt somebody?
either he legitimately hurt somebody or he mouthed off to somebody in the back and pissed them off and basically got buried. I'll look it up. We can talk about it next week.
Okay.
But yeah, Caster in that open, he better shut up talking about Roosh. I don't care how bad you think you are. You notice Don Callis stays on the good side of Roosh.
Hmm.
It's like, it's like
Hmm.
yeah, no, he does not want as good as tight as he has his clique. he does not want Roosh looking in his direction because Roosh is a bad man. He's. I
Oh
like
my
Roosh.
God.
I
Yeah.
really like Roosh.
I was
Um,
just watching him on Hey EW, and I'm like, man, why can't you be with your brother? But I get it.
and then
What can you imagine that him and Dragon Lee and Penta and Ray Phoenix and all in WWE?
it wouldn't go well. They would be better off in either AEW or TNA, if I'm being honest.
I was like, Roosh need to come over to
I you, you setting people up to get buried. Stop. They only got so much room.
I
and
guess.
and 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 they it was we was just talking about it when we was talking about the WWE. You got to more than guess. You got to look at it for what it is. They already got people over.
Negative.
Yeah, they already got people over there that they should be pushing, and we scratching our head trying to figure out why they keep a certain people together, and
Yeah.
it's starting to become so obvious, and it's a
Yeah.
shame because I get pushing the people that are definitely getting over, but how are you gonna ever get the other people over if you're mainly staying with the people that are already over? I just and that's a question for all of them because they're all guilty of it. AEW's looks more obvious because from an entertainment standpoint, they ain't that great. So for them to be burying people looks even worse than it would in the WWE.
Hmm.
So, Stokely versus the rookie, which shows that he's ready for Cope. You know he used to wrestle, right?
Yeah, but still, that promo was hilarious. He
Do
said
you
I
feel
can. He said I can fight. He like I'm bald. I don't get no hoes.
right? And
I
FTR looked at him like,
yeah. I
"What
was
does that
done.
have to do with a hill of
Yeah, I
beans
was
in
done after
Connecticut?"
that. He broke is it Cash? He broke him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. Tony Storm and her little promos got everybody. I feel like everybody is like latching on to that. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's funny, but it yeah. Air Fox versus Hedgesero. God, that was a
Oh,
great match.
yeah, it was.
I
AR Fox.
like
AR Fox is that's on his own, but still, it's like it was a good match.
I hate to get nostalgic, but I need a Lucha rematch between him and Killshot.
Also, Swerve got to go back to Kill Shot.
You don't necessarily have to go back to Killshot, but I do need them to
Yeah.
actually. I need to see that again because that match was awesome. I don't know where they're showing Lucha Underground, but anybody within the sound of my voice, Ricochet, Santos, go watch Lucha. Swerve, uh, Brian Cage.
Mm.
Matter of
Where is
fact,
he at?
Brian Cage was better over there than he was anywhere else, with TNA being a close second. I just yeah, well, he showed that as big as he was, even though he was as big as he could do lucha stuff, which was weird watching somebody that big pull off lucha stuff. He wasn't pulling off everything lucha, but he was still pulling off stuff that they do that it's like, dude, you too big and muscly. What are you doing? You're gonna break your neck. Like Brock when he tried to do that
Yeah, he got
in
concussion.
that Kurt Angle match. I was sitting in BW3 when he did that. Me and everybody in BW3 gasped when he did it.
I did when I was here. I'm like, oh.
Just all the BW3 got quiet.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. Like, is he alive? Hey, he's
Yeah.
alive. Oh my god, that
Barely.
guy's not human.
Like barely, but he's here.
All right. So the Triangle of Madness.
Tekla.
Sky Blue and Julia Hart.
Now that works.
That works, but I need somebody with the level of viciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I pull up two people, I can't find a third. Because
Who you
this would be
got?
Marina and Serena. But I would need a third.
Megan?
Actually, you know what? I'm sorry, I do have a third. But that would leave Megan by herself.
Mm.
And that would be Penelope.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Although Ty could pull it off, I feel I've seen Penelope do it so much more, and I get it. Part of that is because Ty was gone, being mom. But Penelope has always had a level of a viciousness that I could see that matter of fact, she probably could have been a part of the Triangle of Madness. Although technically everybody that they got there fits way better.
Way better.
Um uh but I could see either Ty or Penelope and then Serena Deeb and and Marina.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be a good match.
They need to get Marina in
Yeah.
her own little thing.
To me, she's Ashanti in Murder Inc. It's like you got to go.
And then on top of that, she would come out vicious. She comes out stone faced and then would sit down on the step and take her shoes and socks off and go to work.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And then because of their backgrounds,
I was watching an old clip when Rhea first came to NXT in America. It was
hmm
her. She came out to with Shayna Baszler, and then it was her and Marina Shafir and the other girl. I can't think of her name right now, but and I was just looking like, man, the things they could have done with just them three alone, and they just fumbled. I don't know. But they said Shayna's back. She's backstage.
yeah, yeah, she just became a producer. Might as well, because I mean, what are they doing with her? What
Yeah,
are they doing with her? You
they
know,
just let they just it was like
what do you think about Skyflight?
who
Skyflight.
got fl- oh yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's how often you see them. It was like, wait, who? Like, oh, damn. They cut more promos than they actually wrestle since they joined up with that little situation. Like
Mm.
like that's the only time that I've seen them in the shows I've been watching since they became a thing. Like I mostly been watching them. They may have had like one match since
I don't
they
know.
formed.
I can't even give my opinion on it.
I'm surprised to see Christopher Daniels.
I think he just be that manager role, but
Yeah, he can't help himself.
yeah.
He can't help himself. He misses being around the ring, understandably. I can
And this
imagine that
is
being fun.
what
And
ain't he
you,
a producer?
yeah.
So he's around it anyway.
Plus, he's supposed to be the front office
Yeah,
besides Tony Khan.
yeah.
I wonder if that pays. If each of those positions pay to add up to like big money, because he got a lot of positions.
Yeah.
All right, so Stokely and FTR with a message for Cope. I think you pretty much we already talked about that, so we'll move on
Hmm.
to Max Caster once again pushing the envelope with Roosh
Mm-hmm.
and ending up in a match with Shibata,
Mm-hmm.
which that's a nice match. I love Shibata.
No, there too.
He should be holding some kind of title.
Yes, he should. They lost that trios title, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't remember who has them because they haven't defended them
Yeah,
very
that's why I
often.
said I don't even know who has them.
Cowboy and Jet Speed versus LFI.
Yeah.
Another banker.
Yeah.
Will that open the door to Roosh getting a shot at Cowboy? You think?
Hopefully. You can only pray.
Will Cowboy ever get the match that he wants with Mark Briscoe?
Maybe. If they do it right.
SmackDown SmackDown was pretty good. What did you think of Cody and John Cena's promos?
That was good for the most part. It did what it's supposed to do. Set up the main event. I am kind of mad that Logan Paul again got himself into a big stakes match. Um,
He's gonna continue to do it
I know,
because
I know.
it's in his contract. I'm sure it's in his contract, and especially with him having his podcast over there now, and having
Prime
uh
stuff.
yeah, Prime. It's unfortunately going to be what it is. The only thing that makes me not as regretful that he's getting so many shots, I know that he's going to get in there and he can perform his butt off. I will give the devil his due. I may not like his mic necessarily. I feel it's too YouTube-ish, but I will give him his due, and I will give him his due.
You
Like the
know,
Miz.
you know who hates him? Aries. She cannot stand Logan Paul.
Who?
Aries.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, cannot
Um,
stand him.
I'm sorry. You said Aries, and I had to think for a second who you
Yeah.
was talking about. I'm like, I did not know that Aries Spears couldn't stand Logan
No,
Paul, but
no.
that's I'm like, uh, like yeah. So but and I get it. He's not wrong. He's not wrong in his opinion. But again, you got to give the devil his due. He does put on banger matches that naturally, as it's supposed to be, you put on banger matches, you
I
stay.
and I don't have nothing against him per se. My thing is this. Like, I think what my problem is that he's kind of stepping over the people who I know deserve it. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
hey, you can be in WWE all you want to, do part time. I don't care. But when you stepping over the people who are consistently there, and you getting all these title matches and getting all these main event spots, when I know other people deserve it, that's my issue.
yeah, but that like you asked me earlier.
I
Is
know
that a
it's a day. That's a day problem. I know.
yeah? So and they've been doing it for years.
Yeah,
They were doing it for years with people that were in that came up in the business. They have been doing it. Um uh what did you think of Sammy beating Solo even though
no, I was cool with that.
he said but it totally contradicted what he said. That's the only problem I had with it. And it's another distraction. So now we got Rusev, and now we have the potential for him to win the US championship, which I'm gonna be intrigued for the match.
And I don't get me wrong. I like Solo, And it's kind of not building his credibility that he's losing, but I think it's kind of balancing because he's winning too, even though
Right.
with his MFTs and stuff like that. But um, yeah,
And I apologize. I think I told you wrong. Um, it's not Brock at Clash in Paris, it's Logan.
yeah.
So, and then the rest of the night was pretty much kind of an kind of anticlimactic. Would you say
What is it?
the rest of the like the matches they actually had,
Hmm.
because because
It was until Drew crashed his did the claymore into Cody's head into the daggone desk.
what did you think of the Motor City Machine Guns taking on Talatanga and JC Mateo?
It was what it was.
Yeah, that's one of those times where, as good as the Motor Machine Guns are good, that as good as they are, and as good as I know JC Mateo is,
Hmm.
no offense to Talatanga, I don't know a lot about him, and I don't see him doing much other than being Goliath around a bunch of Davids. So
Yeah, he's. I watched a lot of his matches from New Japan and stuff like that, and he's pretty good. Um,
that's what I need to do. I need to
yeah.
figure out a way to watch. Uh,
The
uh,
thing is, I don't think he's really that good on the mic. He needs a lot more practice, but um, he is. He's pretty good on as far as wrestling goes.
right, and yeah, the another promo that comes off kind of awkward. Um, or were they backstage? Remind me how. Yeah, they were backstage, and Chelsea opened her mouth and ended up in a match against Charlotte, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh,
Well, no, no, was it? I think so. Yeah, because they came out in a pro. She came out in a promo because Alexa Bliss's birthday, and she had a cake and stuff. So I think she came out. They came out, and then they just made the
yeah,
match
that's right.
like
Because she wanted to give her a gift, and
that.
Alexa was like, "No."
Yeah,
It's like after seeing the cake, she's like, "Yeah, I don't want to see what's in here."
yeah,
And then, okay, yeah, um, that would be another one of those, like, what's going on with their chemistry. It just, everything's not flowing.
hmm,
We know that they can do better. I mean, for Christ's sake, she's Charlotte Flair. She's been doing it for years.
yeah,
And Alexa, she's been doing it for years also, even though she had to take some time off. And the Charlotte Flair Chelsea Green match was,
it
it
was
was
what it was.
right. It wasn't as off-putting as what happened during the four-way with Aminata and Sky Blue. You remember that part where I know I'm jumping, but you remember that part? I forgot to bring that up because it was definitely a miscue. She tried to Sky Blue tried to do her move on Queen Aminata, but but everything went awry and she was just sitting on her back,
Hmm.
and um she just played it. She tried to play it off, but since Aminata didn't move, she basically looked like she threw herself onto the chair face
Yeah,
first, and then Aminata turned around and picked her up and dropped her on the chair. I
yeah,
was like, oh yeah, that was definitely a miscue. You can't tell me it
hmm,
wasn't. Um, but back to SmackDown. I just looked up the results online. So John Cena and Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. This is another reason why they can't really put anybody over. There wasn't nobody else that you could have put, which I guess to the build up for Clash in Paris is the reason why you put him with Cody. But
Yeah, I think that was just a escalate that feud with Logan and John Cena, and then to begin one with Drew and Cody.
if he doesn't win the title, do you think it'll still be worth the time that they're going to put into it?
Yeah, yeah, because I think they're probably gonna make that a program and not like a just a one off.
Who's Tiffany's next opponent?
Hmm. If they play their cards right, I wouldn't mind seeing Julia.
Yeah, but that would mean that somebody would need to take that title off of Julia. Do they give it back to Zelina or who do
Yep,
they?
they can do that or give it back to Chelsea.
Oh God, no.
Zelina or
I'm tired of them playing Alba Fire.
that's another one.
I'm tired of them playing the way they're playing. If I could ever get an interview with them with her, I like how do you feel about being as good as you were and yet your most success came from NXT UK? Because I felt like even when they put her on the regular NXT, they hooked her up with the with
Highland
her
Law.
former tag partner, and then they just stayed that tag team. And then if she wasn't doing tag team stuff, you didn't see her.
Hmm.
And then when they released her tag team partner, then she disappeared. And then the next thing you know, she shows up as part of the Hervis,
Yeah,
which I think that's just hilarious. That which I get it, pro women. I got
yeah.
nothing against and anything screaming pro woman. I don't want to get canceled. Um, just started the show, already about to get canceled. I don't want to come off as not supporting the women. Next week, obviously, this won't be this long because we won't be including a 7 hour pay-per-view.
Right.
So yeah, I am Dante Suave. This is Wrestling Kingdom. And thanks to my guest, Tasha Jones, we'll speak later and see if this will be a more permanent thing,
Yeah.
and as well as some other stuff, which I'll DM you about in a minute. And other than that, we'll see you next
Yep.
Sunday.
Real
Everybody
quick,
have a
real
great.
real fast. I am working on trying to get some interviews with like the independent wrestling companies.
Uh-huh.
I found a few that's in Ohio. I already sent a message to Reality of Wrestling. I don't know if they'll get back to me or not. So I am working on trying to get that and get that, together. So just wanted to let you know.
Okay. Dante Suave, Tasha Jones, Wrestling Kingdom. We'll
Yes.
see everybody next Sunday.
All right.
Enjoy what it is to be a wrestling fan and see what else they can do to keep us entertained, because at the end of the day, as much as they want to talk about all these other reality shows, if you want to get technical, pro wrestling is the longest running reality show.
That's true. Yep.
um if you want to get technical, but like I said, we'll see you next Sunday. Won't be as long. You guys have a great rest of your week.
All right. Bye.